Okay. Let me see something. We should be good. All right. Yeah, it looked like everything working out. Hold up. Two. Mic check. Mic check. Hold on, let me pull chat up. Mic check. We good? Loud and clear, I bet. Yeah, now I know it's late night, man. Listen. Shout out to all of you. Osio Amani, how you? Osio Blue Dreamer, how you? Listen, y'all. Faith is all we need, Osio. Look, I gotta admit, you know what I'm saying? I took a much needed break. I randomly took a break. I took a break. I needed that. I needed to rejuvenate, man. You know what I mean? You know, man, I'm trying to tell you. Hold on, let me go to the shout out screen real quick. What is this? What is this? You so silly. Yeah, self-preservation is key. I agree. I needed that though. Yeah, because I got some exciting things coming up. You know, and you know, I want to get prepared for that because things are going to be different. I'm doing some different things. People been asking me to do this for a while anyway. It's just that I had to prepare, you know, I had to get prepared to do it. And I told myself, hey man, let me take a break while I'm at it, because I know as soon as I get started with what y'all about to see here shortly, I don't know if I'm ever gonna take a break again. Like, you know, now we live. Oh, let me throw my glasses on real quick. Yeah, we live. And then so I'm just getting things situated. Y'all about to see. You know, I'm gonna be on camera a lot more. Matter of fact, it's gonna be a permanent thing. I'm gonna be on camera permanently. I'm just getting things together. And then yeah, we gonna make that happen. Chat. Now I know it's late, you know, I apologize again. I know it's late. But I'm gonna go ahead and make my promise right now to let y'all know I'm gonna be going live, you know, basically back to back. And getting myself geared up for what we about to do. People been asking me to do the setting where I'm teaching, you know, and then, you know, I'm teaching on it's mainly, y'all about to see. That's gonna be way better than it was before. I can tell you that. It's gonna be way better than it was before. Very interactive. Then I'm gonna be on camera. I'm gonna still be putting stuff on screen. You know, a lot of whatever I research, that's gonna be on screen. Whatever videos I'm gonna play, that's gonna be on screen. And at the same time, I'm on screen. So this was requested by a lot of people. You know, so I'm gonna be doing that now. And then having special guests as well. That's another thing. Yeah, having special guests as well. But yeah, man, I took a much needed break. Set it on fire. I'm back now. Much needed break. Now, I was supposed to go live multiple times, but I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I took a break. Y'all just don't understand. All last year, I ain't had no break. And last year was the roughest year for me. And then, some of y'all do know, some of y'all don't know, but some of y'all that do know or that don't know, Tanisha's back. Okay? Tanisha back. So it's like, it's different. So it's a bunch of stuff happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a bunch of stuff happening in my life. You know what I'm saying? And man, yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Nah, then we working all that, doing all the back and forth and stuff like that. When it's her turn, it's her turn. When it's my turn, it's my turn. Like tonight it was my turn, But it's much needed, man. It was much needed for me, much needed for the children. Y'all just don't understand. That's why I was trying to keep everything private as possible, you know what I'm saying? Going through my little woes during last year to make all that. That's why I ain't want to pop out nowhere neither. I got invited to a lot of different places. People wanted me to pop out, and I know it was going to be women there, and I ain't want no drama, man. I really didn't. I ain't want to be interacting, with it. I just wasn't trying to go that route, y'all. I just wasn't, you know what I mean? I was just like, nah, man, let me chill. Let me chill. Let me get myself right, take care of my family, and then still do what I love to do. But yeah, so since that took a toll on my old work, I had an idea that I was working on all, as soon as I said I was gonna have enough, opportunity to take that. Okay, let me rephrase that. As soon as I have enough people to assist, I'm gonna take the opportunity to do it differently. And just modify the way I was teaching all of these years. Since this is the 10th year, y'all gonna see that, the channel gonna change for the better. It's I believe it's gonna be beneficial for our people because they need to really see it. Like I've been showing them, but I wanna show them a different way. I wanna show them a different way. And it's wide open. You know what I mean? It's what the idea that I have, nobody's really doing. Like people wasn't doing what I was doing in the past anyway, doing a vlogging, going to certain places. And we still doing that too, by the way. We got that, coming up. Matter of fact, what y'all about to see, us vlogging in different areas and stuff like that. That's still happening. That's happening. This man, let me with a round of applause. Let me go ahead and hit that because I've been missing that. Being able to not only, get out on the road again, but also started going to different places and documenting different things in every state. I've been wanting to do this, and now we can do this now. You know what I mean? We can do this now. Yeah, so when I say we getting back to normal, it's not necessarily normal. It's going to be like an updated version of what I used to normally do. It's going to be an updated version, and you'll see. You'll see. It's going to be professional though, of course. You'll see. I hope you guys like it. Like it's going to be as professional as this this little thing right here for the 13%, right? Make sure if you're not in the side of the 13% community, sir, that you join the 13%. That hold on one more time. The link is in the chat. Okay, the link is in the chat. But I'm just saying. But yeah. I know I got a lot of DMs to answer in the 13% because I've been behind for a little minute. I took a break. But I got y'all though. I got y'all for sure. All right, let me throw some other stuff on. We're going to get into this right now. Yeah. Hold up. Oh, wait a minute. Let me play that. Where is it at? Yeah, let me do this one. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna let this rock out. Yeah, nah, I haven't been in there. I haven't been in there. You said that animation clean. I appreciate that. Yeah, and that's actually the real logo too. That's the, I don't know if y'all know that. That's the real 13% logo. That's the logo for real. That gold, just like how it's gold around mine. We're gonna do something with that. That's in the works. That's in the works. Yeah, man. But yeah, it was, it's been crazy. It's been crazy, but it's a blessing. It's a blessing. Coming off of this break. Real quick, I ain't going no vacation. I just took a break away from everything. Took a break away from the internet. I didn't go to a beach or nothing like that. You know what I mean? I just took a break away from the internet. Just stopped everything for a second. But yeah. And I got one for the new book too. I just don't have it loaded up. Damn it. Oh, let me double check that. Do I? Nah, I don't have it loaded up. See, I was working so hard. I did a bunch of things, but a couple things not loaded in here yet. I'm gonna have to load it up. But, and especially it's gonna be, everything is still gonna be there when I'm on camera. Like it's gonna be similar, but it's gonna be different because by that time you'll be able to see my entire space and me on camera. Of course, we still gonna have the effects and everything. We're gonna be going over different topics. In fact, let me go to that right now because I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to talk about that right here. You said the internet is wild. I mean, it's not even that. It's no pressure from the internet. It was mainly I needed a break. And yeah, that's why I took a break. So right now, that's why I say, hey, let me go live right now. And then I'll go live again tomorrow at a better time. Then I'll go live again and the next day after that at a better time. I'll just get back into the algorithm like that. Right now, I'm out the algorithm. Like YouTube not about to patch in the notifications to let people know I'm live at 12 o'clock a.m. Well, whatever time it is right now for you. They not gonna do that when it's been, I believe it's been a week and a half. I believe so. Like I even had a follow-up video to that video that I posted, but that video got posted late. I was just like, nah, let me just leave that alone. So I much rather talk about that during a live stream anyway. And most likely that'll be tomorrow's live stream because there's some information I wanted to talk about that dealing with the Trump and Iran situation. And I noticed a lot of people weren't talking about it. So I said, okay, that's my opportunity to bring that up. So I'll save that for tomorrow or later tonight, rather. Later tonight. Did you beat the Resident Evil game? Nah, I did not. I haven't, again, that's right around the time where I took a break. So I didn't, no. I haven't even been back on that joint. But, and okay, remember when I was on camera before that stream, that wasn't my real camera. That was my Logitech camera. Because my real camera sitting next to me, my Canon 90D, my key light went out that night. So that's why it was a little dark. My key light is out. I had that same key light since I was in North Carolina. And that key light finally went out. So I gotta update some equipment on the lighting to get it better lit in here. And then yeah, you gonna see. Y'all gonna see. It's a treat coming. And it's gonna be like that going forward. You beat Requiem? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, now I knew it was gonna be a good game. You said buy it. They making a mockery of us. Yeah, and that especially with this situation here. Mr. Walter Johnson. Walter Johnson is his name. Now, some of y'all may remember back in, I forgot what, it was last year, but I was one of the first ones to talk about Mr. Walt, or Mr. Johnson rather, before he got popular. And I was telling y'all in the 13%, I was saying he gonna end up going viral. You remember that, Blue? Yeah, because I went live in the 13%. and I was calling it. I said, he gonna end up going viral. And remember that same day, I was investigating because y'all was saying in the chat, in the 13%, hey, does he own that? And I was like, you know what? That's a good question. And remember, I did on the spot, investigating, looking up stuff. And I found out that he wasn't the owner then. And I found out that it was a white guy that owned it. But remember how, based off of the research that I did then, that guy was saying that, based off of what I pulled up at that time, they were stating that he came from Texas. And I was like, oh no, he gonna take care of him. You know what I'm saying? But come to find out, that dude not from Texas. He just learned the Texas style of cooking. The white guy that owned that place. Okay? So eventually, I never got a chance to come back to talk about this situation because a lot of things happened in between. Okay, now remember back then we were stating that we hope he don't get mistreated. We hope he has part ownership, and I couldn't verify any ownership with him having that business. And then when I noticed it was in California, I thought they said Marietta, Georgia, but they were saying Marietta, Cali, and I was like, damn, he in Cali. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, well, why would a Texas guy go all the way to Cali when he could be making a killing in Texas? I was like, nah, something not right. So come to find out, the dude from Cali, Mr. Walt is from Louisiana. I mean, from not Louisiana. He's from Chi-Town. He's from Chi-Town. No, he's not the owner. Yep, he was just working there. Now, he was supposed to be a partner. He was supposed to be, but that white guy kind of, took it from up under him. Now, the video, I had plenty of videos on this, plenty. Even some interviews y'all haven't seen before, but it is on the internet, where they were actually going into detail about Walt's situation and that guy's situation, the white guy's situation that owned the place. Yeah, Gary, Indiana? Okay, so he was born in Gary, Indiana. You said because they can't cook. You said Texas peeps wouldn't eat that? Nah, that's what I'm saying. At first, like this was last year. At first, I thought he was saying that he was from Texas. I'm talking about the white guy. I was like, oh, I bet he gonna take care of him. But yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. Ever since Keith Lee tried to, reach out to him for that, he tried to give him a tip, a $4,000 tip, and it didn't get to him. Mr. Walt was like, and then he did that interview. Matter of fact, let me play that real quick. Let me, hold on. Just in case people didn't get a chance to see that. We just go breeze through it. And I'm gonna do the updated stuff. But he was on Willie D's podcast talking about this situation. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but I'm just gonna play a little bit. But because his body language said a lot. Like if you look at Mr. Walt's body language, you could tell something is up.
Yes, in the house.
So since he couldn't get to, or Keith Lee couldn't get to Mr. Walt to give him that $4,000 tip, that's when everything blew out of proportion. So that's basically what started it all. Okay? And it went viral on the internet. Everybody on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram was talking about this. And I'm not gonna lie, that's what made Unc go viral. Okay, don't get me wrong, Unc went viral, but Unc took off when this situation happened. And now Unc was sitting right there, not saying nothing, but his body language said everything.
Destination Smokehouse, you might recognize Nick Yepperman.
For those that don't know, let me explain. So those that don't know, this is them coming together to speak with Willie D, who is based out of Houston, by the way. Speak with Willie D on YouTube about this situation. Okay, what happened with the Keith Lee, basically being blocked from giving the donation or being, giving the donation to Mr. Walt or actually seeing Mr. Walt. This white guy made up a couple of stories I didn't like. Watch this, here we go.
Johnson is in the building, fellas.
We gonna do this and then we gonna come up.
Thank you for having us.
Right.
Appreciate it. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Fam, we're here today to get an understanding. Recently, food critic and content creator Keith Lee visited Destination Smokehouse and later posted a review describing his experience. In that review, he said he was denied the opportunity to meet Walter Johnson, also known as Mr. Tendernism, and leave a large tip. After the video went viral, many people in the public took issue with what they heard and questioned whether access to Walter was being restricted. In the comments under my reaction video, some viewers went as far as expressing concern that Walter, a black man...
Did y'all see that? Look at Mr. Walt when he said that. Hold on. Look directly at Mr. Walt. As soon as Willie said what he said, look at Walt.
And the public took issue with what they heard and questioned whether access to Walter was being restricted. In the comments under my reaction video, some viewers went as far as expressing concern that Walter, a black man, may be taken advantage of by Nick, a white man and business owner, raising broader questions about transparency, power.
And then he just smiling. That's not a smiling matter. There's nothing funny about that.
And fairness behind the brand. So the question that a lot of people is wanting to know, first of all, is, did you guys know who Keith Lee was before he showed up at the door?
I'll let you go first, sir. No, I did not know who he was. And at the time, I was not notified that he was here because I don't be on the internet. Like I said, I'm the old gentleman. I mean, hey, it is what it is. But I do not be on that much to know he was a food critic. And now he can come back up here and we can meet person to person. You know, it's cool in the game. But no, I did not know who he was. No disrespect to him. Okay. Now,
well, I was kind of shocked when I found out. The way I found out was at the end of the podcast we were doing with Idi Amin. You know him from the Outlaws?
Absolutely. That's my boss. That's my dog.
Cool. So really solid. We were like 3 weeks out from planning it, and a lot of hiccups happened. We were so late in the day, but when we were doing it, we were just totally locked in. So I found out at the end of it was only 30 minutes too. It was a 30-minute podcast. So at the end, our head of security / host, Josh, came over. He's like, "Hey, Nick, man," he's like, "some guy came and he was trying to meet Walt to give him a $5,000 tip." I was like, "Oh, that's kind of weird," because we've had like streamers come in, trying to like come in and get weird content. So we love the exposure, but we don't need weird exposure. So he took it and he didn't know.
I forgot I was muted. I'm glad y'all caught that. Now I was answering you, Tavion. He from, I thought he was a Chi-Town player, but he's basically from Illinois. So yeah, he got that Chi-Town vibe. He got that Chicago vibe.
That was another shocking thing. Me, my friend Walter French, who was off camera, and then one lady who was working that day are the only 3 people in the restaurant who knew who he was. And I was in shock. I didn't even know it was Keith Lee until like 15 minutes after I heard about the tip. So as soon as I got the idea, I started messaging him, and I went out into the parking lot trying to find him. I was hoping he was going to be at our restaurant when we were in Hemet in our original location.
See, that part right there don't sound right. You were messaging him, then you went out into the parking lot? Messaging, you should be more clear. Were you messaging him on Instagram? Were you messaging him on a cell phone? That means you knew who Keith Lee was. Okay? I'm just saying.
I'm in shock. We just went to Dallas, and you had to see it in person. Everybody came up to Walt. Not everybody knew who he was, but so many people came up to him. So there is this line where you're really well known, but it's possible some people don't know you. But we would love for him to come back, and we were really pleased with the review he gave of the Oxtail. And yeah, sorry, brother.
Hey, that's all right. Hey, look here, Mr. Willie. That's what we need to do. We need to set up a podcast. He's sitting in with us. Then that way we can clear all this stuff up. Like I am, in a sense, a little older than you. a little bit, not much now. And so, you know, hey, I want to get it over. There's gonna be candy coated. Let's just sit down, gentlemen conversation, you know, drink some Kool-Aid and something together, and we eat some of these oxtail. And then we talk about this here, because it's just a misunderstanding. It's 2026. We gonna clear everything. Now, and back, I want you to let y'all know something. I lived too long, somebody taking advantage of me. That part of taking advantage of me, there's a lot of things people can do in life. That's not something we do here at Destination. This is one in the nation.
Yes, sir.
I remember just like these two, the same two people on this podcast right now is the same two people know something about Destination. But see, the media just get off and run with this negative stuff, and I tell them all the time, don't be feeding into that negativity, because they ain't not just somebody trying to push, divide and conquer. We are
now. Okay. Now this the part that throw me off about and I hope he come up out of that, but he probably not. There's going to be a lot of our elders who act like this. You know what I'm saying? That are real kind people. You know, they got that. YouTube said I'm offline. Wait a minute, y'all. Y'all can hear me? We good? We here, right? Hold up. Yeah. We good? Okay. What? YouTube just came up and said I'm offline. But anyway, a lot of the elders, they got this Southern hospitality about them, or hospitality rather. Let me just say that. Nah, let's not call it bootlicking. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. The reason why I'm saying that is because some of them don't know no better. Some of them feel like people got their best interests in mind. You know, the guy Nick, I think that's the white guy's name. The guy Nick he had a different agenda in mind. He was hoping that this elder Niji was going to promote his little place, and once I heard it was a coffee shop at first, you know, and people gonna love him, you know, basically, man, I hate to say it like this, but working for Massa, man, I hate to say it like this, because it happened in the past numerous times where a lot of our people, our indigenous people, the Niji people, actually came up with certain, for example, recipes, and it got stolen. And it was stolen and they got taken advantage of. The business wasn't handled properly, and they never received any funds, never received any royalties or any type of equity inside of the business, anything. Right? And here it is, 2026, and this is the modern day version of that. And when I'm hearing, it's kind of cringe when I'm hearing Mr. Walt, Mr. Josh to speak like that, you know, to have his back like that. But we know this is in the past now, and I am going to be playing another video. He just recently did an interview talking about this particular situation, but I just want to, you know, catch everybody up to speed of what happened, like what really pissed people off. Like, I'm not gonna lie, me listening to this pop pissed me off.
We doing what we do. We love doing it. I love eating. I like to eat. Yeah, so to that, negative. And so people should just be happy for all of us. Even you come on down with Matt, come on down and kick it. We all sit down. This is what it's about, living. Take the L and E off that word life you have if you be able to print this podcast. If I walk out that door behind me, you don't know what time that is. Some people gotta live, be happy, enjoy. You know what I'm at? Come on, man, I wake up every morning by myself, negative. Man, so I look at it, and to this day, I really appreciate you. I appreciate you even wanting to consider doing this and allowing us to put it on out there. Yeah. And there it is. I ain't one for a long, straight cross type.
No, I said hospitality in general. And the reason why I said hospitality in general is because he's not from the South. He's from the Midwest. Mr. Johnson is from the Midwest. But that's his hospitality in general. And a lot of our people have that embedded in them. We're just good people. We're great people. You know, it's just unfortunate that this happened, but a blessing came up out of this situation. And I haven't heard all of the interview. I only heard a little bit of it. Not this one right here. I'm talking about the brand new one that he just did yesterday. And I'm gonna play that.
The reason why so many people are interested in your story is because you do remind people of that uncle, that grandfather, that guy that's down to earth, right, and who's
and that's why he got all of our attention.
Touchable, right? And so when people hear about somebody that they feel a certain connection to, they think that if they remotely think that person might be taken advantage of, they're going to have questions. And although I understand your side, what you're saying, I also understand the side of everybody else, because if you think about the dynamics of black-white relationships in this country, historically,
I'm glad Willie brought that up.
Have gotten the short end of the stick. So
that's right.
People don't want to see a situation, and y'all know y'all situation better than anybody. So, and I did a little research on y'all, and I understand you guys are really, really close, really kind of like brothers, and you being Walt out being more like a big brother. So I get that, but you know, it's also it's one of those things that it cannot be ignored. People want to know, like, Walt, you're doing so much to help this brand, you know.
A lot.
Do Walter
are you
have
being compensated?
Ownership or equity in a Destination Smokehouse?
And he don't. He didn't have any equity in it.
Is that something that you can share?
Everybody's business ain't nobody's business. But this is how I put down.
Ooh, Mr. Walt, you see? That was way, 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 way too low for you to go. To back that boy up, and he did not have your back, and you brought his business up single-handedly, sir. You deserve way more credit than you think. And see, and that's another thing about our elders. I don't know if it's their confidence or what it is, but they just don't see that they have so much talent naturally that, yeah, they should be, you know, compensated for their greatness, their likeness, their talents, their gifts, their blessings. Ah, man, it's a beautiful thing. You made it. The reason why you caught my attention, Mr. Walt, is because you remind me of my grandpa, my uncle. You remind me of family. Yeah, you got the Midwest swag, the old school Midwest swag of that, but I can relate to that. That clean, old school. Now, let me tell you something now. See there, I'm hearing that in my family. At the elders in my family. You know, your confidence is sky high, and that's very good. You know, you that unk that we gonna call unk respectfully, and you know, want to see what you about and support you and all that. Like it was. I ain't gonna lie, it was heartbreaking to see that this was what was going on, and come to find out when I was sharing all of this, and I'm gonna move on, but to the newest video, because this is kind of still upsetting me to hear how he was having this boy's back right here, and that boy didn't have his back. So let me skip ahead, right? Nah, let me skip up a little bit. Now, before I move on, let me skip up a little bit, because I want him to where he shot himself in the foot at, not Mr. Walt, Nick. Hold on, right? Wait, was it after this? Wait, let me make sure, because Nick came in. Hold on, I don't want to skip
this.
it.
Going back to like 2021, we just looked back 245 weeks ago, whatever that works out to be. We posted something, that wasn't even the first video, but it was just him and I having fun. And I understand as much as I can without not growing up with the same experience, but I understand what you're saying about black and white relations. I don't pretend to understand it from either side, but I do know that when he and I are together,
if I'm not mistaken, that's a Mexican flag, Puerto Rican flag, and I don't know what flag that is, but that's Puerto Rico, Mexico, and what flag is that right here? I don't know what flag that is. He got 3 flags right here. Let me go big screen real quick. Maybe y'all could help me with this real quick. Look at the I forgot about that. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot I put that in there. But look at that right here on his shirt. Y'all see what flags that is? Italy? That looked like the Mexican flag to me. He's Armenian. Yeah, that's his flag right there. Okay. Which that flag right there that y'all just posted, like what Mario just posted. What flag is that? Because that's what he got on his left. He's Italian and Armenian. Oh, okay, so that is Armenian. Okay. Armenia flag. So that's the Armenia flag. So this is Italy, not Mexico. This is Italy. So then what's the one beside it? France? So Armenian, Italian, French? What's France flag, y'all? No, yeah, Venezuelan flag. All of them kind of similar. All of them. Like, notice how I said I thought that was Mexico's flag, but all of them kind of similar. Now, I believe it's Armenia because that red at the top, not at the bottom. You see that, right? It ain't Texas. Nah, it ain't Texas. Is it? Nah. He didn't say he was from Texas. He said he from California. He ain't from Texas. Now, again, when I originally pulled this stuff up last year, I thought it was Texas. But them Texas white boys treat, their business partners way different than, than how he was treating, and they could cook out here in Texas. They season their food. These white folk cooking out here. I'm vouching. Look, these white folks cooking. These some different type of white folks out here. These ain't your regular degular. These white folks do not hesitate out here. Y'all saying that's Texas on the right. You said only in Texas? I mean, so far, that's, I don't know. I mean, shoot, it could be other but I'm telling you right now, they got some soul in them out here in Texas. Y'all saying that's Texas flag. They learned the Niji folk way. Absolutely. Yeah, of course they did. They know that they don't hesitate. The white folks out here don't hesitate to tell you where they learned that from at all. That's not a problem. That's not a problem. They give our people props all day long. I hear it all the time. And they got their pictures hanging up in the restaurants. That's another thing. Before you even have a conversation with them, they got the Niji all over in their restaurants. No cap. I done seen it. That's the Texas flag. I mean, maybe he do got some Texas background. I don't know. Paula Deen was the start of it. That's another one that took somebody else's recipe, that took a Niji woman's recipe, ran with it. That flag may be Poland. Yeah, because I don't think he got a Texas background. All right, I'm gonna keep it pushing. I'm gonna keep it pushing.
Than when we're apart. What he's added to the business has been huge and is very visible to a lot of people. But then at the end of the day, it shortchanges so many other people who built this business, including this guy, who when I met him had absolutely zero. Everybody thinks I'm like the money man. I'm the opposite of that. I came into a business that was losing money that I took over for my family just because I had no other prospects. And that's a whole other thing. Like he said, I don't want to go on all the details of where I started, but when this business was nothing, and he and I came together a year after I took it over and started with the idea of barbecue. Neither one of us thought we were going to be running Destination Smokehouse. We were Destination Coffee Bar, trying to sell a little bit of ribs and a little bit of chicken just to get people to come in and try out the rest of the restaurant. It was never a plan. He and I, we look at each other and laugh. We have 1,000 gallon, actually 1150s, 1,000-gallon smokers out back. We started on 2 little char grillers. Some you can go buy in a store. And we've had ups and downs. That's why we can call each other brothers. You don't think there's friction when a guy who's just a few years older than me, who's been cooking barbecue his whole life, finds out that this guy took it on his own to want to learn Texas-style barbecue? And look at heads. It's a real thing. And as far as ownership goes, as much as I'll say, because I'm going to respect Walt's privacy, Walt is definitely a part of this business. He is not an employee. I would be safe to say that the finances that we have both been able to increase into our bank account since we've been here has been something great for both of us. But
so he's talking as if he's a partner. But the problem that I'm having is that you didn't give this brother any equity. And you just gave, and that's another reason why I didn't like him handing him that Mercedes like that. Like before Walt left, y'all saw that he bought Walt a Mercedes, right? He took Walt to the dealership and bought him a Mercedes. I did not like that because then, you know, he could use that as a tax write-off. That wasn't coming out of his pocket. That was coming out of, that was a business expense. He getting that right back. Yeah, so he basically lied. This Nick guy lied. A partner would have had a stake in his business.
Talking numbers, talking any of that, I just don't think that's professional. I mean, we're not professional athletes. We're our agents.
Oh, y'all didn't know that?
Contracts out there.
I'll show y'all the Mercedes. Hold on, I'll show it to y'all.
This is a business. We're real people, and we just don't think that's for the public. But the funniest thing is, too, someone like Walt even said it. If anybody really knows Walt, it's an insult to think that he would be taken advantage of by anybody, especially by this guy.
The white man.
Wow. I'm younger than him. He's got so much life experience. Yeah. Someone sit and talk with him for 10 minutes one-on-one, which they do when they come here. There's no question anymore. But I do understand. We just met somebody in Texas. And at first, she was trying to explain a business deal to us, and she had her back to me. She wouldn't even I was sitting next to her, and her back was like this. I was like, okay, I see what this is. And then we started talking a little bit more, and she mentioned something, like she was very polite, but she's like, you should not insert yourself in issues that don't concern you. And I said, well, this is about my business and something that, Destination we created a long time ago. And they're actually talking about me, and it's affecting our business. People are coming in here and eating food a lot, like 100 plus, eating it all, and then at the end complaining and wanting their money back. We've had people leave the store with to-go orders after they ate in the restaurant, calling the next day saying, we didn't like anything, we want our money back, or yelling when they find out that he's not the owner. This is a happy place. I don't know if you're able to see the way we're set up, you can't see it. See, I wanted you to be able to see the restaurant. This place is full.
It's not full anymore. Let me move on, because that's pissing me off. Let me move on. I'm gonna show y'all what happened. Let me pull this up because I'm gonna play the video. But nah, I saw a couple of y'all saying that y'all didn't know that he bought him a Mercedes. Hold on. Is that important? It is important. It is important because of what that represents. That was a shut up method. That was a shut up and play ball method. I don't like that. And that was basically one of our elders being taken advantage of. That's what I don't like. Hold on, I'm looking for that part right now. Yeah, because you saw him, and if I don't have it, then I know it's on that Instagram. I doubt very seriously he took it down. All right. So let me go to that IG real quick. Right, okay. Okay, there we go. I gotta go to my IG. Hold on, let me sign in real quick. I forgot they be acting like that. Okay, now. And wait, nah. This the wrong one. Hold up. Here you go. Okay. Let me come back. Right. Oh wait, it looked like he might have took it down. No, here you go. Here you go. This it.
Oh my Lord. Boy, look at him. Watch this. It's off the Gatekeep.
Pull up some cash.
If your money is any way close, they're gonna work for you. But it gotta be close. But it ain't.
See, you see Nick right here recording it. See, Nick recording it. The guy that owned the motor, this the part that I don't like. The guy that owned the place is recording that, probably letting him cut some promo, slid him a couple dollars. But this is his Mercedes right here that he bought, because after that, where is it at? He drove, he cut a promo for him. Wait, no, he took that down. Okay, that's the video he took down. Because he cut a promo, it was his last promo for Nick, where he was hopping out of the car. Or did Nick post that on Smokehouse? Nick might have posted it on Smokehouse. It was either, hold on, it was either black or white. Now I think about it, the Mercedes was either black or white. So let me play this. That might have been his Mercedes right there. Hold on, let me play it a little bit.
Boy, look at him. I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on. Watch this. It's off the Gatekeep.
Pull up some cash.
If your money is any way close, they're gonna work for you. But it gotta be close. But it ain't happening.
It was white. Okay, so it is white. So I was right. Yeah. So that's not it.
That's the Tendernism.
It looks similar though.
Sold. Yeah, the best option.
Yeah. So that's not it. So he did cut a promo for him, and he was hopping out the Mercedes. It was an older model? Nah, it didn't. Well, you know what? It could have been, but it didn't look like it. It didn't look like it was that old. Like unless you call it like a 2024, 2025 old, it didn't look like it was that old. I don't think it was older than 2024. You know. But Nick cut him that, right? Cut him a little piece like that. Like, I don't like that. That's the part I don't like, because that's when you know you're trying to take advantage of somebody and trying to make up for it. You know, like shit like that I don't like. That's the part that pissed me off. Then it was another video that came out where, and I'm gonna pull that up really quick. So I'm gonna continue to play this one as I'm looking for the other one.
The rainbow. This is everybody.
Nick, what do you do when people eat the food, all the food up or most of the food up, and then say I want a refund? Because I'm gonna tell you, if it was me, I ain't giving shit back. I'm not giving them. I'm like, man, get on my store right now. You ain't gonna, cause I feel like you taking food out of my pocket, you taking food off my table, you taking money out of my.
Walt has an answer. Walt has an answer that's probably different than mine.
Look here, man. Hey, we was feeding y'all. We went back to y'all. Plus that food on one cross street. Now you know, come on, let's be for real. I'm supposed to do. Okay, look here. Nick say, man, just give him the money back. All right, that's one time you can do that. You know, it's kindness, dog. You give a blessing or something. People continue doing that. They just think, hey, you know, we ain't been no asshole. You think we just went outside and went down the street from A&P supermarket and got this here Kroger's or something? That costs money, man. It costs money. And it just affected lives. How these employees gonna eat? See, we got a whole staff.
That part.
It was two of us. It's 40 of us. I'm just a team.
There were just two of us when we got started. We had a couple of people from the coffee shop that came back to assist, like one or two at a time. But he was doing all the cooking. I didn't cook at that time. I was inside handling anything that came inside, even making the coffee. And we didn't have that many employees. Now that we have over 40 right now, which is crazy. And we're running out of space for our food, for our storage, for cooking. But no, to answer your question, though, we did have to come up with a policy where it says at the register, no refunds, you know, everything's final. Because we have some really nice people that work here. They weren't prepared to get yelled at for things that didn't make sense. And we've gone viral a few times. We went viral in 2023 at the end of the year with Oxtail.
Correct.
And things started to get crazy there, and we started dealing with a small wave of it. In the very beginning, when we started cooking, we didn't see it negative towards us. It was just weird the things people would say when they found out that Walt was a cook. They were more excited to find out that someone that looked like him was a cook in a place full of all these hipsters that were selling coffee, right? So we saw all this weird adjustment about race and being treated a certain way. We don't need to talk about lemonade, do we?
No.
Okay.
Hey, we just bypass all that stuff. Let's get to this good stuff, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man, I like beautiful things.
Yeah.
Willie, I know Willie was concerned when he saw that. When he just saw that white boy do that, Willie definitely, his face dipped with concern. And then, you know, Mr. Wall came in and tried to help him out by cutting him off. That wasn't a good look. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That wasn't a good look. You could tell something is going on. That was an underlying message, and that it hit Willie at the same time it hit me. Like as soon as I'm hearing that, I'm like, yeah, you don't want to talk about what's going on. You just want to talk about the problems that the business is having. That's why the business has insurance, right? You got insurance on your business for that reason. When you take a hit, all you do is call up your insurance company. You're gonna be all right. You try to make it seem like it was the end of the world.
Come here in Marietta. Man, we don't have people come from all over the world. It's a beautiful thing to have all these people together. Now, how the business got started? It didn't start, you don't build a building from the top. You have to have a foundation, so it started at the bottom. And we just kept, and then Dick say, man, we gonna keep, then we come over here to Marietta. And man, look, since we've been blessed, food critics have come in, just like,
we want you to come out here. When are you gonna be in Southern California?
Man, I was looking y'all up, man, and I was like, man, y'all off the beaten path from where I normally travel, man. That would actually be a destination if I came there. I'd have to actually come to Marietta specifically to just come there.
Hey, man, look here, man. You should try to make that happen, man. And then we can do another one, too. And we can put all of them together. You know how y'all do this stuff. I don't know how to do it. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know how to do it. We got a team, and we just keep on moving, man. We keep on moving. Fast break, shoot it to the power. You know what I'm saying? I might go up through the middle, button hook shot.
Yeah,
hey, man, I just have fun, man. And then the worry, my buddy, be worried, man. These negative folks over, man. Closing the computer up. Yeah. Put the phone down, man. Come on, man. Let's go shoot some pool. Let's do something. You know what I'm doing?
You gonna let me win again?
Hey, man, look, he be
watch this guy.
He be
pool.
No, he tie me off.
Yeah,
man.
right.
He be tying me off.
That's me win.
So they friends right here, right? But he trying to make it, I don't like how Nick snuck that in there. so he could let the internet know that they be shooting pool and stuff like that. That was strategic timing. I'm peeping game.
Anyway, man, look here. If they came down here and really checked me,
that was irrelevant.
They'll be having some fun too. They'll want to get on the team. Matter of fact, this year I think we should have tried a Tendernism team. Yeah, hey, look here, man. We're gonna sit down and we're gonna get a bunch of people together and we're gonna have our own organization called the Tendernism team. That's what we should do.
Barbecue team, or we're gonna play sports?
We're gonna help the community.
Okay.
We're hand in hand.
Okay.
Boy,
this is new. I'm just hearing this now.
Hey, man, you're gonna have to be a part of it, because sure. You heard it too. So you can't be there. You gotta come on in.
Yeah,
1,
so that's
2, 3.
That's regular.
Get started.
That's regular talk. Just talking shit. Just flying stuff at the wall, trying to see what stick. But that's a distraction away from the real issue. That's a distraction away from the real issue. I don't like that.
We can do this. Hey, what's that?
Well, I love being a part of a movement from the inception. Man,
Willing back in, Willie.
Being part of the movement was Butcher Bill part of the movement from the inception?
Butcher Bill came in like April of 2023. So before the oxtail craze everybody knew us for, Butcher Bill was there. He started as a guy, Walt gave him the name. He was the prep guy, so he did all the trimming of the brisket, and to this day, they look like art. He's the best ever, but he was just really methodical, really good with it. We both started working with, he forced me. He's like, Nick, you better start training Butch to cook, because there's no way on earth we're gonna do all this stuff by ourselves when we get down there. He and I 100% stopped touching the grill the second day we opened down here. It was all Butcher Bill and another guy, Luis, but he's legendary. Another guy too, Renato, he's a guy with the funny accent. He's from Brazil. He's top tier. There's too many people to mention, but that's why we want you to come, so you can meet everybody in person and see.
So they trying to flatter Willie.
Good time here. It's hard for us not to be here,
And they trying to flatter Willie. Yeah, we need you to come down here. Blah 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 blah. Well, at least Nick is, and Walt at this time is playing along. But I don't think Willie gonna have that. Willie from Houston. I don't think Willie gonna fall for that.
We just love it too much.
He gonna and get right back to
it. Hey, Butcher Bill took one of them brisket. He hit it with that knife. Hey, that brisket was smelly. Look at here. He the man for that job right there. We don't have to go get nobody else. Boy, look at it. Because he was using it. Not one brisket. It's the briskets. Hey, I'm talking about like artwork, that short period of time. And boy, look at it, where he at now? Smoking. I say right on. That's what I be talking about, man. Look.
You like barbecue?
I'm from Texas, man. Come on.
Okay. I just want to make sure you weren't bored of it by now.
The third wars, fourth wars, and fifth wars. That's in Texas.
Yeah, that's automatic, man. Barbecue is necessary in
barbecue
in
number.
Well,
they say it's number one in Houston.
You in Houston?
Yeah.
That's the third, fourth, fifth wars is in Houston, right?
Yeah. That's one.
Ain't that something?
Yeah.
Boy, hey, look, it's a small world. It's a Harris
Come
County.
on, Unc, stop doing that.
So you used to live out here or something? Because you know.
I don't know, man. Look, Willie.
Please don't get him started. Any city.
Hey, Willie,
he's trying to throw it off.
You got to come up here, Willie.
Somebody came down here and messed with one of our women, man, or something.
Hey,
you from Louisiana or something, huh?
Wow. Hey, family friendly. No.
Yeah, hey, man, we got to back. Hey, brother Jack, man, I gotta go back. I gotta go back. You gotta cut pause or something. I can't.
You seriously do?
I really do. Hey,
so he gotta go to the bathroom.
We keep it going.
If you don't want to use it, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nick, earlier you mentioned that you and Walt, had some you were saying y'all had separated more than once.
Yeah.
What were the real reason behind those fallouts?
Good question.
I really will keep it very simple until Walt gets back in the room, because I want him to be here for this. Yeah. But normal stuff where ego gets in the way from both of us. Sometimes I'll just speak about myself. I was trying to push forward with a whole different style of barbecue. When we first started, the stuff that Walt was doing was, I would just call it Southern style barbecue, but it was like direct heat. And I started wanting to learn about Texas style smoking, you know, with offset smokers, what's really popular in Austin. And we were just in Dallas. Dallas has a ton of barbecue restaurants that cook like that. But I was learning how to cook Texas style brisket with bark and smoke ring and tender and juicy and all that. And Walt was familiar with another style. It was cooked a little bit faster.
Y'all gotta go to this place. Y'all gotta go to this place that I'm familiar with. They be in Dallas, and they be in San Antonio, and they be in Austin. It's this place called Rudy's. It's either Ruby's or Rudy's. I think it's Rudy's. I think it's, man, their briskets, you be wanting to slap them. Like you be wanting to slap them, bruh. You be wanting to slap them. I go back there and slap all of them. What y'all back here doing? Like, I slap all of them. Rudy's Chicken is, nah, it ain't closed. It ain't closed. I just went past there not too long ago. It ain't closed. That junk still cook. I went past, like you get to smell them from blocks away. They not closed down. Well, at least not the one in where was we at? We was in I think that was in Dallas. It's still there. It's still there. You know, maybe they closed down other ones, but if I'm not mistaken, I think that's a chain. If I'm not mistaken, they may have closed that particular one that you referred to down, but they got a whole chain of them joints. They okay though, you know, like as far as like, I done seen a lot of stuff I done tried a lot of briskets out here in Texas already. Everybody, they be throwing down out here. The white folks do too. So like, you know, for him to say he gonna come back and learn from Texas, I mean, that's cool, you know, and that's probably why. And then on top of that, on what Walter know, with the oxtails and everything else, Walter know how to cook. I'm not saying Nick don't, but Walter the reason why we bought in. We thought Walter was doing the cooking.
Well, that's what it was. But here's the funniest part, all right? So I was a coffee guy trying to pick up whatever I could from Walt when he was doing all the cooking. Like I knew absolutely nothing other than just basic stuff, right?
So you come from the barista.
Yeah, please, hold on, this is a good part. So Willie just asked me, how do we used to bump heads? And I was saying cooking, when I started to cook, ego started getting away. So hey, I want your answer.
Only thing is he had blockhead. He wouldn't listen. You did what I'm saying.
Hold on, should I go to the bathroom now?
I don't care if you go to the bathroom. You sit your ass right there. Since you gonna get like that. You did what I'm saying. That's why we on this podcast right now. He keep trying to say about this cooking thing. Now, let's just keep 100. Look at him. I'm the ambassador. He the cook. Now, we'll keep it like that, cause bumping head. Who had the biggest? He know he wasn't bumping mine, but anyhow, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, he can cook his ass off. That's not the question.
Yeah.
When we wanted to get into this nerdy craft barbecue, Texas style, trying to be perfect, just like we were with our coffee.
So Walt was getting on him about the way he was cooking.
But if you want Walt to cook for you, and you know, obviously that's up to him.
Check this out.
You're
so
gonna be
Walt
very, very
changed
happy.
the
The best
menu.
ribs I ever had in my life before we started doing this type of barbecue was ribs he cooked in an oven, and they were the best I ever had in an oven.
We get 2 bricks and a grill. Tendernism gonna come out for us.
Yes,
okay, so Walt. Okay,
what we talking
now
about
that's
right
even
here.
more information. Walt is the reason why it took off. He just admitted without saying it. Walt is the reason why it took off. They had a falling out numerous times, and you know, Mr. Walt said that he was getting on him, letting him know, hey, let's change it to this. What you know is what you know, or what you don't know is what you missing out on. Look, it need to be cooked this way. Man, I'm not gonna lie. He gave him a business idea. Damn, Walt, Mr. Walt. Man. And he probably thought that Nick was going to give him you know, of course, some money, some equity in the business. He was probably thinking that he could trust him. He like, now listen to me now. You do it the way I tell you to do it, you gonna do something. I can hear that. I can hear that coming from him. But he switched his menu. And ever since then, they took off.
Can my brother get out? I had a secret.
He had a secret.
Yeah, used to be the secret weapon.
I was going, but I sit down. Boy, look at me. No.
Now we're lethal weapon is even better, right?
But you know, hey, we're gonna keep on getting down like.
So he was explaining how they going back and forth, and they still gonna be friends right here.
We gonna still be getting down. I want everybody to come together. So if they think about this negative stuff, quit thinking.
So he's still gonna be his friend.
Zip that up. Now, come down, designate, check us out for yourself. That's all y'all gotta do. Then you'll find out, boy, look here. Cause I ain't got time to be standing here debating. I ain't gonna debate. You get what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I gotta make some moves in a few minutes.
Yeah.
And I might come to you. So don't even worry about it. Hey.
All right. Let's move on. Let me jump ahead. Let me jump way ahead. Let me jump to what happened yesterday. Because I could go, y'all want me to go and play these in-betweens? Or y'all want me to, because I really do want to hear what he said. Y'all okay with that? There's a whole bunch of stuff I could play. Yeah, the cartel bow. But nah, that situation is not in there yet. Right? Okay, there's a rapper. Okay, let me go ahead. Okay, so let me skip ahead by telling y'all that there was a fight that happened between him and Nick over the tenderism, the trademark of tenderism. Tendernism, the term, right? The Nick guy was trying to trademark that up under another business that was a subdivision of the smokehouse, right? Now, what he didn't know was that Walt registered that trademark, but it wasn't trademarked, but it was registered. So he couldn't get it, so it was sitting dormant. All right. Now, a lawyer stepped in once he found out that this situation was happening, because the way it went public was because somebody on TikTok exposed how, I don't know why, I don't know how that happened. It could have been an ex-employee. I don't know how that got leaked, but how this guy here, Nick, was trying to go behind Mr. Walt's back and trademark tendernism. So that blew up, right? That word got out and it got past some lawyer. Now, Mr. Walt is going to talk about this situation because I saw a clip of that. So I'm going to play it in this new video right here.
Anything I cook, I don't care.
And I'm just jumping ahead. So Mr. Walt is going to explain about that lawyer grabbing the trademark for him for tendernism and then giving it to him. He gave it to Mr. Walt. So now Mr. Walt has tendernism, the trademark of tendernism. Right after that, he got released from the smokehouse. Nick fired him. He didn't leave, Nick fired him. Okay, now I saw a lot of people saying, nah, he left, woo, 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 woo. That's not true. Nick fired him. I'm gonna tell you right now, with all due respect to Mr. Walter Johnson, he wasn't the type that's gonna leave. He's loyal. The only way he was gonna leave is if he got removed. He got removed because it was too much pressure on Nick. Nick was being bombarded by everybody online. Now, people online, and I'm skipping these videos, but if y'all want me to play them, I can play them. People was on their video camera showing how the scene of the smokehouse right now is dead ever since he fired him, ever since he fired Walter, Mr. Walter. In other words, people were literally taking their cameras and going around that scene and into the store showing you how empty it is. Like only 2 or 3 tables were being utilized at a time versus how packed it was when he was there. He said there's no more lines around the corner no more. Matter of fact, it ain't even no line. You see what I'm saying? No, I could call Walter Unc because Unc is OG. Unc is OG. I don't know how old you are, but from where I'm from, we call Unc Unc. We say OG OG. We use those terms. Whether if you like it or not, that's on you. But you gonna hear me use those terms. I'm not gonna situate that to your liking. Just know that. I'm still gonna utilize those terms. That's how I've been using them ever since I was young. And ever since I am right now. Unc is OG. OG is Unc. It's the same thing. Nah, it's not nothing. Neither one is disrespectful. It's all about where you from. I don't know where you from, but where I'm from, we use those terms. So ain't nobody gonna correct me on that because there's no point in no correction. Unless I had his name wrong. You understand what I'm saying? That's something different. But yeah, so when we saying it's like we saying OG. We giving him the proper respect. When I say elder, I'm giving him the proper respect. I was telling people not to disrespect him by calling him all sorts of other names that are known to be derogatory based off of his actions. You remember that, right? I don't know if you was here earlier or not, but you got to know that there's a difference. I won't ever be disrespectful to the elder. He just didn't, he knew, but that's not in his persona. That's how I know based off of my assessment that he didn't leave. That's not his character. He didn't leave, he got fired. So people were saying that he left. That's not true. He got fired. Nick was mad and fired him. He got jealous of what happened. Even after he gave him that Mercedes. Matter of fact, he owed him that Mercedes. He had to give him that Mercedes. He owed him that. He owed them more than the Mercedes though, because if you listen to their situation, Mr. Walt is the reason why his whole entire thing changed, including his menu later on down the line, after numerous fallouts. This is the reason why you can't go into business. Well, if you're gonna go into business, you gotta keep it business, and you gotta be professional, and you gotta be right, and you gotta treat people how you want to be treated. Nick said it was a partnership, but that partnership was never in writing. It was never in writing, so it was never gonna work. Nick said the only way he was gonna be able to save himself is if he get rid of Mr. Walt. So Mr. Walt wings could fly on his own. Because he was gonna take a hit. He was gonna take an even deeper hit by keeping Walt around. So that was a business move. And and he said Mr. Walt was not even an employee. Coming out his mouth saying that. Well, Mr. Walt is an employee, unless you saying that you paying him under the table and he's your cook, then that means it was bad business to begin with. Yeah, I saw he was on the Sherry Shepherd show after he was on Shannon Sharp's show, but Sherry and Shannon Sharp close. So that's why he was gonna go from him to her. But I'm not playing that interview. I'm playing this interview. This is Earn Your Leisure. Because Earn Your Leisure gonna talk about the business side. I'm not concerned about the performance. I know Unc got the Chi-Town swag, so he go perform on those type of shows. I'm not trying to hear the performance side. I want to know what happened business-wise. So if you haven't seen this one came out yesterday by Earn Your Leisure. Shout out to Earn Your Leisure YouTube, and I'll be on there shortly. I'm gonna reach out to them and let them know I'm ready. Whenever I'm ready. They just gotta know, anybody that wanted to collab with me, they just gotta understand that I'm on my own time. I'm not here to be, pushing a profile like anybody else is that's trying to, build themselves up as a brand. Myself got built up a long time ago. I don't need all the extra shit for no reason. But I'll do it, when I want to do it. That's how I feel. I'm on my time. I'm not on nobody else's time but mine. But that's why you seeing Unc on other people's platforms. Unc is on his own time now, but he got business partners now. Okay? And he got to handle some obligations, okay? Behind the scenes, the reason why you're seeing Unc is not because he went viral or when he's well known. It's not that. It's plenty of people out there that don't know him. It's not that. It's the fact that he now is doing business with people. He's more popular than people that was reaching out to him. It's, in that sense. But he didn't have the business side correct. So if somebody now is his business partner, and he's handling business. That's what I'm saying. Now, I could call him whatever I want. Again, why y'all coming up in my chat saying I can't call him elder, I can't call him unc? I don't know what type of time y'all on. I'm from DC. We call unc, elder. I'm not about to go through this again. I think y'all trying to rage bait, but you ain't gonna be able to catch me with that. I'm gonna say this one time and one time only. This is the last time. You gonna hear me call him unc, Mr. Johnson, Mr. Walt, elder, or whatever else I want to call him respectfully, because I'm not going to be up on this platform disrespecting him. If you feel as though whatever term I use is disrespectful, that's your lame ass interpretation, which is a misinterpretation. You know what type of person I am? Yeah, or OG. You know what type of person I am? You know I'm not going to come off and disrespect this brother. Just know that I'm doing it out of calm, courtesy, and respect for this brother. I'm not going to go over these terms again. I'm just not. If you want to act like a child, see your way out the door. It's already late. If you don't like it, I'm not here to cater my speech to your liking. Go to somebody else's channel. Just like that. So anyway, again, didn't have the business side of it, so he definitely did partner with somebody. So that's why you're going to see a lot of stuff popping up with him, so he can make some money. That's basically what that's about. And I'm gonna tell you right now, he older, he not trying to start up unless his situation is tight when he ain't got to pull no strings and he ain't got to be back there doing all the cooking primarily, or he got to be managing and micromanaging. He not trying to have no business of his own. He don't mind putting his name on something. You see what I'm saying? That's why Mr. Tendernism was so key, because all he got to do is throw Mr. Tendernism on it, and boom, he could sure dead perform. That's all he want to do. He an OG. He not trying to do all that. He trying to lay back, relax, as he should. So that's why he didn't jump on that deal with Cartel Bo. Cartel Bo from Houston, he offered him a spot, a restaurant. And he said he was living out there all the way in California. I heard him. He came out and said that on video. He not trying to come all the way down Houston, and he don't live down there. Like, he don't mind. He said he don't mind promoting the business or somebody else's business or being a partner in that business, but he not trying to have his own restaurant, by himself. When he taking full ownership. So in other words, the reason why I'm saying that is because he looking for partners. He looking for business partners, that's actually going to do business with him. Okay, and look out for his best interest as well, because he up there in age. He look, I ain't got time for all the rest of the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? He already at retirement age. You know what I'm saying? Nah, Cartel Bo looked out for him though. That was a good look. So, and for him to be a rapper, him doing his thing, and he saw what happened and he stepped up, shout out to him. That was good. But he already had a restaurant. And he said he was about to give it to Unc. Hey, Unc, you can have this restaurant that I got. I was getting ready to do something with it. I went into business with 2 other people. Come on in here with us. He didn't have an issue with it. The only issue that he had was it was in Houston. You know what I'm saying? And he all the way out there in California. So that's why he's saying his gimmick is, all right, now he'll just come to travel to your restaurant. You paying Unc to come travel to your restaurant. You see what I'm saying? And he promotes your business, or he tighten it up. If he feel like it ain't tendernism, he gonna tell you a thing or two to tighten it up. So you know what I mean? Like how he basically did with Nick. Except this time he getting paid to do it the right way. Here we go.
It could have been some cake. I was gonna tenderize the cake.
Because you're not just a cook, you're a pit master. How do you feel as this thing is now going viral?
The viral? Shoot, I felt.
Hold on. Let me come up. Those are the clips. Yeah, here we go.
Organically. So somebody I've been wanting to talk to, I know we've been wanting to talk to for a while, especially with everything that's been going on. So I think it's a lot of lessons that entrepreneurs and creatives and people in the world can learn from a marketing standpoint, from a business standpoint, just from a viral sensation standpoint. A lot going on. So Walter Johnson, Mr. Tenderism himself.
Yeah.
What's up, my brother?
He's here in the flesh. Did you think he came to play with you?
Oh man, look at here. I tend
Wait a minute. Is it tendernism? I think people just confusing it.
to rise the room. That's my.
Just have a little tenderness. That's all.
Yeah, it's tenderness.
Happy you're here.
Oh, hey man, I'm happy to be here, man. This is in Harlem, right?
Yes.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
A man he knows his way around town.
A little bit, not much.
Well, yeah. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. So, all right. Let's get into it. People they know you on social media, but I don't think a lot of people know your backstory. I just found out that you were from Indiana. So tell us your backstory, and I know you've been involved in cooking barbecue for 50 years, right?
That's about correct, there.
So how did you get
See,
started?
he tired.
And
50
walk
years?
us through your journey as far as being a cook.
I was a little kid, and my brother and them had Porky's Pig. It was in a place called Robbinsville, Illinois, in Maywood. So I used to cut the wing, flap off. So shoot, I want to learn. Then I ate a few of them. And so ever since there, it just intrigued me. I said, well, you got electricians, water, plumbers. So what kind of job? Food. It's three things. You need water, you need electrical, and you got to eat. So which one was easier for me? The eating part. So I like the cooking field. And I went into it with love. I wanted everybody to be happy when they finish sit down eating what I got. You know what I mean? I want them to be happy, smile on their face, patting their feet. Kids, grown-ups, senior citizens, people who got no teeth, because you don't need no teeth for the meat. It took me some time to get to that point, but you don't need none now. Yep, and so over the years, I probably cooked in
Chicago,
majority of the states in the United States.
Yeah.
To learn different trades about this cooking thing.
Yeah, I was going to talk to you about that, but I can't
Hey,
go
look at
any
them
further
shoes,
without
bruh.
acknowledging the drip here. No, we just not going to
Yeah,
acknowledge
look, at
that.
the
We see
same time,
you
I said the same thing.
And the pinstripes with the shoes, everything
Look at the
looks good.
shoes, bruh.
The love is in the air. I can feel it. The
I'm
people
out
are
here
here.
clean with
Food
it.
has brought you all around the world, right? All around the United States for sure. You said you've been at least in every state 8 times.
At least.
As you're traveling, because you're not just a cook, you're a pit master.
Yeah.
That's a little different than just a regular cook. Are you learning each state about flavor? Like, what are you doing as you're traveling?
I went to all the southern states first. I went down, I was in Louisiana. I went to the Bayou, because I wanted to get that Cajun twist. Then I went to Carolina, they got a little thing they use like vinegar in their sauces and stuff. Then I went to Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, all in places down there, Arkansas. So I stayed in these states so I can get a twist on what they use. In my head, if I can get these twists and blend them all together, I might have some. So I tried it. So I took the southern and went back to the Midwest. I mean, it worked. And I said, well, I have to go out by the Rockies. I went to Colorado. Not too bad. Then I came over to the Rockies to Vegas, Utah, all them little places. So, a variety of people eat different food. I wanted to learn how to cook it all. So, but I blended together with them seasoning. Booyah, boy, look at here. Tendernism. Yeah.
So when you traveling all across the country, are you working at different restaurants?
So I worked at many restaurants. I opened a lot of IHOPs. I opened a lot of Denny's. I opened a lot of places, man. Look,
I ain't gonna lie, I like
Ruby
Denny's over
Steakhouse.
IHOP. If I had to choose between the two.
Blue Smoke downtown, Manhattan, in New York. Park
I don't know how
Avenue.
they are now, though.
What flavors did you take from New York, man? We New Yorkers, you've been here a lot. The southern
Not a
flavor
goddamn
is very
thing.
distinct. You Louisiana for sure.
Hold on. Not a goddamn. What did we take from New York? Not a goddamn thing, New York. What are you talking about? New York. What you talking about, New York? Nah, son. What you mean? Like, what you talk? You gotta go down south, son. What you talking about, New York? What did we take from New York? Took what from New York? What you talking about? Cooking? New York. I'ma get on y'all. Just because he up in Harlem right now talking to y'all. But I'm talking about what? What you mean? Huh? We talking about some food, not no pizza. What we talking about? He said he learned from the South and took it back to the Midwest. What he need to go to New York for, New York? To learn what in cooking? I'll wait. New York, don't you dare. Tell me, other than pizza, what else? I'm listening. Don't you dare say, what you gonna say, subs? What you gonna say? Everybody got the New York style pizza in their state, right? Nothing else. So we gonna give you credit when credit due, and that's on pizza. Yeah, that's it. Huh? I can't wait to get on camera. I can't wait to get on camera, bruh. I can't wait. Yeah, New York. And pasta. You know what? Yeah, I'll give New York the pasta. Yeah, let's matter of fact, yeah. Let's give New York the Italian food, right? Let's give New York and hot dogs. See, I don't know nothing about that. Y'all into them glizzies. I ain't into that. I'm playing, y'all. I'm playing, man. I'm messing with y'all, but nah, I don't eat glizzies. You know what I'm saying? I stopped eating hot dogs years ago. Yeah, but that's y'all thing though. They go to the baseball games, you know what I'm saying? They get the biggest glizzy they see. You know how they do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even trying to be funny. That's no cap. That's what they doing at their baseball games. Baseball games be 6-7 hours long. And I'm talking about the glizzies they sell to you $17 and shit. New York, am I lying? $17 to $20 for a glizzy. I'm getting back on camera. I'm setting things up. I'm getting back on camera. I was on camera the other day, but I was on my face cam because my main camera not ready yet. But my key light went out, so I gotta wait for a new key light to come in. My key light finally gave way. But so I gotta wait for my new key light to come in. I'm just waiting for different pieces to come in, then I'm gonna get back on my Canon camera. And I'm gonna do away with that other one. Then I'm gonna get back on my Canon camera. We're gonna be doing a lot more stuff, man, on camera. We're gonna be doing a lot more stuff on camera. The Skyblocks glizzies are free. Stop it. Yeah. Brooklyn is filled with people from the Caribbean. Lots of Chiefs. I said chefs. Chiefs. Pizza and Philly cheesesteak. Nah, we gotta leave Philly with the cheesesteak. That's what Philly known for. Philly known for the cheesesteak. That's why it's called Philly cheesesteak. New York is known for the pizza. The New York style pizza. You know what I'm saying? The big dumbass slice. Have y'all ever had that before? Y'all ever had I'm talking about the real New York style pizza. Where I'm talking about the slice is dumb. Stupid dumb. Y'all never had that before? Yeah, I'm talking about the real, like where the cheese falling off and the you see what I'm saying? New York never shied with their cheese. They always put cheese on, like, it seemed like Los Angeles known for Mexican food. You know what? I don't know what Los Angeles is known for as far as their food is concerned. I don't know. You don't eat pizza like that? Caribbean foods. Yeah, no, the Caribbean foods be good though. I mean, everywhere I go, Caribbean, I love Jamaican food. Like, I love the curry food too. You know, I love that food. All the Caribbean foods are good, in my opinion. They got their own, you know what I'm saying, style of cooking things. That's good. I like that, because that's like, if I want to go that route that day, I could go that route. You know what I'm saying? But soul food is what Mr. Walter is talking about. Soul food is what he talking about.
What did you take from us?
What did I take from y'all? Y'all got different spices up here. There's kind of difference because you got a blend of people. They call this the melting pot, right?
Yes, sir.
So that all these people come together. So I come up here and say, oh, yeah, we got this here. See, I went to Spanish Harlem. Then
okay, so now he talking about different, we talking about the Caribbean island spices. So that's what he learned from New York. So that's what he got from New York. Not the food, the spices. I'm just saying.
I came over here to Harlem. Then I went back to Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, Coney Island. Even though same state, kind of big, that's why they named it twice. But I said everybody got some flavors. Now I got to entwine out here some of them seasons, because some people, it can't be too hot, can't be too spicy. So how can I cut it down and put it back in with what I was doing? And I figured it out though, man. It didn't take a rocket science for a minute, you know what I mean? Then it came together. I said, oh, I got them too. And so once you get to blending all this stuff together, you got to be like a sample. You got to sample a whole lot of seasoning. So people don't understand that you put all these seasons together, don't make no difference. But if the season don't taste right from the season itself, then it might have a little twist. And then you got different types of meat. Pork is one. Then you got beef. Then you got poultry. Then you got fish. So you got to kind of which season go right with which piece of meat. Just like wine. You can't drink wine with everything. But
That's
if you
true.
got a nice steak and the wine kind of mellow, yeah, that go pretty good.
Yeah, you can put that
And
in the
you find
sauce.
out. Brandy go good too.
Yeah, it
Brandy
do.
go good in some of the seasonings. You
Yep.
just gotta try it. Can't tell you all that, but anyhow, yeah, that's all.
Yeah, that's
Not
down
the secret
south.
sauce. So
Y'all
you
New
been-
York, y'all New Yorkers don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Nah, son, we don't know nothing about that. Nah, you don't. You don't. Pouring whiskey in your sauce now, you're making your seasoning. You don't know nothing about that. Huh?
Been traveling all around America. You've been learning. You've been picking up different game from different places.
That's why y'all New Yorkers love to come down south. I'm telling y'all, come on. Come down south. I know y'all tired of that goddamn crowded ass area. Loud all the time. I'm talking shit knowing I'm from DC and it was the exact same goddamn thing. From DC, I'm talking about it was a city, you know, just like how New York is. Crowded, loud all the damn time. Every 5 minutes is I was tired of hearing that. Come up on that. Come up out of there, New York. Come on up out of there, New York.
When social media
Go
finds
ahead,
out
go down
about you,
south and
it's
visit.
in California, tenderism.
Yeah.
So yeah, tenderism.
Tendernism.
campaign, right? So
Tendernism.
all right. Where
He's saying
you
it
came
wrong.
up with the word?
One and only. Tendernism, black diamond.
You heard him?
That's right.
Tendernism.
You don't need no teeth for the meat.
So explain the tenderism. Explain what that means and how did you come up with that?
Okay, I was cooking some oxtails. So the oxtail come off. I had it on
Yeah,
the
the
plate.
oxtails came from him.
So I was finna roll it. I mean, pick it up like this. As I was gonna pick it up, it just rolled off like you peeling an orange. So it kind of like went out like a bowling ball. I had the meat in my hand and the bone just rolled to the other side of the plate. I said, boy, this ain't tender, this is tendernism. And that word been stuck in everybody's brain ever since. It's tendernism. I want to tenderize the world. And I appreciate all the people out here that supporting me. Hey, boy, look how I like to tenderize their whole household. Yes, sir.
I love the word. I think what I love the most is the reaction after you say it. Like, God damn.
He
like,
already in
that
New York.
reaction is
He in
what
New
got
York
me
right
and
here.
it
He in
became
Harlem.
mean. I'm wondering, as you
Why y'all telling him not to come to New York? He in New York right now. during this interview. This was or at least the interview came out yesterday.
I feel like this is naturally what you're doing. Are
Y'all
you
need
aware
him to come
of
up there.
social media at the time? Like, are you involved in it? Like, how do you feel as this thing is now going viral? Because, like, if I try to explain virality to my parents, they're like, "Wait, what?" They're like, are you in the game understanding what's happening?
I understand the far as viral, I know what the words mean because we had to go to school when I was coming up, but we didn't have no social media or nothing like that, and the viral and all. And then, you know, I'm getting a little up in age. Yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff to read.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know about no viral, man, so I said, what's this viral stuff? Oh, that's when you get so much of this and so many of these. I said, okay, so you have followers, you have reviews. I said, no, I didn't know nothing about it, man. I'm gonna be straight up with you. The viral, shoot, I thought I was trying to sell an oxtail to everyone that went viral. You know what I mean? I've been all right.
So what was the moment that you knew? Like, was it one moment? Because I don't know the exact moment. Like, what was the one moment where it was like, it just went crazy online?
That oxtail, then one time, I had this beef rib. Y'all probably seen it, big bone, dinosaur.
3 glasses?
Slup. Man, look, I got a pound right now. If I had some of them oxtails here, y'all would be slacking them, boy. We be those totally little glasses up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, hey, when I dropped that bone, it was too tender, man. That's tendernism boy, that was tendernism on the big bone, you know what I'm saying? I said, oh, we got something here. And then people just started flocking. They keep coming from everywhere.
Chicago,
we had people
bruh.
come from Hong Kong.
That made me miss my family, bruh.
China. Yeah, they seen the video in their countries. They work for a company, Fisher Company. They was engineered. They said, man, I'll be here every time I come back. You know, come to California. I said, it's good, I appreciate it. Telling the news. I knew I was on something. It's about 8 little guys, 8 Chinese guys, and they was talking. They was trying to say tendernism. So I said, oh, okay, tendernism, brother, tendernism. And, you know, doing a little thing, you dig it. Oh, man, it went crazy from there.
Are you, as this is happening, are you realizing people are coming to taste what you've created, but they're also coming to see the personality?
It's the experience.
How are you dealing with that?
Man, they come on, man. I'm gonna be the same way,
It's
man.
like talking to their
24/7, 7 days a week. I
Talking
can't
to their
change.
family.
This ain't no fake. You see me now. You see me later on tonight. I'm gonna be the same. Don't make no difference where I'm at. So I just look at it like, hey, this is really not hard to do. Not
The
being
Indian
me.
gonna be an Indian.
So hey, I take it all stride.
When you saw the lines wrapped around the block, like you said, people coming from China and different parts of the world, now you do it, you just doing it, and then you realize that it's big. At what point do you think, like, wow, this is really something that, you know, I didn't even think it was going to be this big?
Yeah, I never even thought about it. You know what I mean? It wasn't a thought, man. Look at this fat night mine I got in my head, man. Look at them. What? How many people? Wow.
Nah, he don't sound like Terrence
That's
Howard.
crazy.
Terrence Howard was sounding
Yeah,
like
I just got to
Memphis.
thinking
Memphis say Maine. When you hear Memphis, they gonna say Maine. He's saying man. Listen to him. It's a different. Like, okay, every country. Notice how I'm saying every country. You see what I'm saying? I'm from DC. We don't say every. We say every cut, like every side. You see what I'm saying? So when Memphis say Maine, they saying Maine, right? Like they saying Maine. But he's saying man. That's Midwest. That's how we talk like that in DC too. We say man. I'm trying to tell you. Whole time, hey Slim, that thing was, hey man, I was like, damn. Us in Chicago, real similar when it comes to our speak. And that's why he remind me of family a lot. You know what I'm saying? He remind me of my family a lot, especially my elders, big time. But nah. But yeah though, you see what I'm saying? Listen to him. He got the old school version of how we used to talk. That's another reason why I was upset that everything was happening to him, because it was almost like I was watching a family member getting played. You know, and I know that was a lot of people. That's what made him go viral, because we was like, oh, now that's family. We felt the family vibe right there. A lot of people could confirm that a lot of our Indian elders act just like him. Not even acting like that. That's how they are, period. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we ain't gotta make, that ain't nothing made up. That's just how he is. He not putting on the act. Now he's showing off for you. He turning it off and turning it on, but that's him. Like, that's how they just gonna do, man. I'm trying to, when they sicing something up, like we say sicing out in the, I'm just saying, when they trying to hype something up, that's what he do. That, listen, man, it's just natural. It's just so happened that it's unfortunate that wasn't his store. Because if that was his store, he would have been a multi-millionaire quickly.
Personality, I can't say, because I'm just me, so my personality.
That just goes to show you how much money
How
Nick
easy is it
made.
for you to shoot a video? Like, is it like one take, or like do you actually have to do it different? Like, okay, let me do.
No, just come on with it. I'm gonna get it, Jack. I'm gonna put it on there just like it is. I ain't gonna fake it. I ain't gonna want to read no scripts or none of that. I'm gonna tell you just
Whatever comes to your heart.
Man, look, it come out hard, come out my mouth. You
That's
know what
him,
I'm saying? I'm
period.
spitting it too. I'm spitting strong. I ain't be playing with these folks.
Who's saying like let's make another video? Because after the first one goes crazy, right? Is there
That's
somebody
Nick.
in the restaurant?
Nick
is there somebody
encouraging
in
him to
family
do
or the team saying like that was crazy? Let's do this again.
Yeah, it's been people come around say, hey, man, you shoot video. Yeah, we shoot the video. No, can you shoot a video? Can you shoot a video? Say, wow, what's all these shooting these videos about? You know, I don't know about shooting, man, camera. Whoa. Then because found out, hey, this is a new TV.
He still ain't sell them out.
I might well get all everybody else on it. Look here, let's tenderize the world. Let's just tenderize
He could have easily had the opportunity to say that was Nick that was selling him, that was encouraging him to get on camera. But he didn't.
And
I think he's still friends with him.
For real, leave your teeth at home. You don't need no teeth for the meat.
No teeth needed.
No.
And no teeth for the meat. Crazy.
That's crazy. Now
let's talk about Keith Lee, because I know that you met a lot of celebrities, but there was one turning point. Keith Lee.
All right, let me see what he explained right here.
He's very influential in food review.
Foodie.
How did that change everything? Like, how did Keith Lee's review change everything?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, because you know I'm gonna spit it from the hip. I was an Edie Amin. He's like a rapper.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Outlaws.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Now we just like out next door. There's a wall divide us with, and we were shooting.
He has a restaurant?
No, we were shooting a podcast.
Okay.
All right, and so Lee come by, Keith, to see me. I didn't know he was gonna give me no money or nothing, or even no offer. But I look at it like this: any
be real, you ain't know he was there.
To see me, it's no block. I don't have a blocker. Just come see me. So whoever working wherever they work, you go. Hey, hold on a second. Let me go get Walt. Bring him back. He had to give me a quarter. It's just to put. You came to see me. That's all it's enough for me. That just been a bonus. And so when he came, they couldn't give me the money. It's like, what?
Is it $4,000?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what they said it was. I didn't ever see the money. I talked to Mr. Lee since then. But I never discussed any money value, but yeah, it was $4,000.
So you didn't take the money?
I never seen the money.
Oh.
Yeah, but if, hey, Lee, if you out there, no, I'm just playing, man. You can reach me 9555422. No, I'm just playing. Y'all.
Yeah, you see now. Okay, now I've been around that attitude long enough to know, Unc not playing. Okay, now I'm just playing. He brushing it off. Unc not playing. So that money never got to him. Okay, and I remember in the Willie D interview with Nick and Mr. Walt, Nick was explaining how you can't I wonder what he said verbatim. He was like, you can't tip the owner. I think that's what he said. You can't tip the owner or part owner. I think that's the word that he used. And then he said, nah, that got to go towards the business or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. It was something like that. And I don't know the timestamp. I got the video, but I don't know where it's at. And the timestamp, we'll be all day trying to find out where he said that at. But I do have that video where he said something along that line. I'm paraphrasing. And that's what let me know, there's an issue. And Unc was upset that he did not know who that guy was, or if that guy was trying to get in contact with him, or even if that guy was trying to get him $4,000. And he still ain't get it. Like, that $4,000 shouldn't have went to nobody else but him. Keith Lee was tipping him, not the business. That should have went directly into his pocket. So that's red flag, big time, right there. No matter what. That's just like, let me pick somebody in the chat, right? Okay, Bossa Nova, right? That's just like somebody came to me, right? I mean, didn't come to me, but was trying to come to me and try to tip me $4,000, but Bossa Nova got in the way. You thought it was gonna be the other way, Bossa Nova. You thought he was. Now, and Bossa Nova got in the way, right? See, I can't wait to get on camera because y'all gotta know when I'm playing around. I'm playing with Bossa Nova. I pointed somebody out in the chat, and and they, why Bossa Nova get quiet? I'm just playing, Bossa Nova. What happened? I'm just joking. You didn't take the $4,000. You gave it to the business, Bossa Nova. You gave it to the business. And then, you know what I'm saying? You say, hey, let's get that to everybody. You can't be tipping Dane by himself. We got to get that to the whole business. That's what you did.
You gotta have a little fun. Hey, man, but other than that, yeah, it made a turning point. And that turning point got me here. See, the Lord don't make mistakes.
Now, hold. See there? See, when he say see, yeah, see. Now, listen, hold on, y'all. No. Okay, hold on. Let me calm down, because I got excited, because it's reminding me of my family. See, when you hear see, that ain't, listen. Yeah, see. Now, I done moved on from there, and I done stepped up and came up now, see. I done got my own goddamn money. Now, you can't tell me shit, nigga. I'm here now. See how I'm on your motherfucking podcast? Let me just do the unedited version of Unc right now. You see how I'm on this motherfucking podcast, and you see how you paid me $15,000? Okay, then. You see I'm all the way up here in what? In Harlem, right? Okay, then. You see, and where he at? Okay, then. That's Unc right now. That's the uncut version right now. But this the editor.
Other than that, yeah, it made a turning point. And that turning point got me here. See, the Lord don't make mistakes. I didn't make that with Tendernism, and I ain't make that on this move. I don't cry about yesterday. I just keep going forward.
That's right.
You did. Ain't no need to cry. It ain't gonna help. So get it together. And that's what I've been trying to do.
During this process, obviously, as social media is going crazy about it, people are trying to figure out how to get to the restaurant. People are showing up at the restaurant. I'm sure that's bringing a lot of money for the restaurant. People are coming to see you. The idea of ownership comes into the conversation. Does he own the restaurant? At that point, I mean, I'm sure throughout the career, 50 years is a long time of being a pitmaster. Are you thinking, let me create my own restaurant? And did this intensify that thought? Or how did you?
It definitely intensified the thought, because, hey, look at here. I can go in the backyard right now and do this here. This ain't nothing I need. No practice on no more. All thing I need is the equipment and a few pieces of wood, like them trees outside. Boy, I tenderize Harlem today, not tomorrow. Right away. That's right.
So when people found out that you were not the owner, it made a lot of news on social media, right? So I'm sure a lot of people started to reach out to you. So was that like the turning point and why you actually left the establishment?
That was that, and the person not giving me the consideration due to it was two people. And a few people now, you know what I mean? That was kind of like bogus, I thought.
Wait a minute, let me listen to him one more time. He's saying an underlying message.
And why you actually left the establishment?
That was that, and the person not giving me consideration.
Consideration.
It was 2 people, and a few people now.
Okay, 2 people and a few people now, and
what?
what?
I mean, well, you know, that was kind of like bogus. I thought.
Bogus.
Because if I want to talk to you, I'm gonna talk to you.
Right, talk to
This
Nick.
man can't intercept me.
Okay, he had a partner. Nick had a partner, tried to intercept.
Me talk. You don't speak for me.
Oh, wait. So now he went back to that situation where Nick came in and blocked that $4,000 from getting to him. So he brought that up. That sound like there was 2 separate situations, and Unc put them all in one right there. Nick been blocking. Yeah, blocking and hiding. Yep. 2 separate situations. That sound like 2 separate situations. Do y'all agree with me? Don't that sound like he was doing it more than one occasion? Not just the Keith Lee situation? Probably Nick's attorney. Yeah, Jeffrey, you probably right. It could have been Nick's attorney. It could have been. Almost had to get gangster on them twice. Nah, they don't want to bring Chicago out of him because he ain't gonna do no talking after that. Yeah, but he up there in age, he ain't trying to get into all that. I know he got some youngsters that'll do that shit for him ASAP, but he, don't worry about that now. I got that. Let me handle this. I can hear that talk from him all day long. Because he already got some, listen. I don't even got, that's with me not even knowing him. I could damn near guarantee that he knows some folk that'll get shit done. If he needed that to happen. Ain't no beef. Nah. That's the last thing on his, real quick. Ever since he was young.
So I can understand that.
The equity, like ownership, not in ownership.
Okay, equity.
I don't own nothing.
All right, see? Now that's another point. So not only was Nick blocking, and he said he don't own nothing. Okay.
I know one thing. Only thing I own is dirt up under my fingernail. So now I might try to do something about that. Give me a Mr. Tendernism restaurant. And then we'll see what we do. That's a possibility. But I got people reaching out at me. I got some brand deals coming up.
Okay, so he gonna go into brand deals.
You said God don't make any mistakes. I'm wondering, as you approach this conversation, because a lot of times we bring value to companies. We've seen this happen plenty of times in our community, and then we never ask for equity. The fact that you had the idea speaks a lot about your character and how you're thinking about your future. Were they receptive to it, or were they just like, that's not even a conversation worth having?
Evidently not worth having, because we're at a point to where we at right now.
Right. So he got rid of him before he came forward. Listen, y'all. He got rid of Mr. Walt before Mr. Walt ever had a chance to come forward. Once Nick found out Mr. Walt got a lawyer on his side, he fired him. So he never came to him would say, hey man, what's up with some equity? He never got a chance to. That's why I believe Unc was staying around. That's why it wasn't Unc leaving. That was Unc gaining his rights back right up under, or let me not say up under, while he was working with Nick. And he had, his lawyer was better. Nick probably got a lawyer that's but his lawyer was better. So that was a threat. He had to get rid of Mr. Walt. That was a business move.
I had to, like I said, y'all, see, I ain't one of the bash folks. Yeah. Because I don't have time to do that.
Okay.
Life
okay, so you're not gonna do it.
Absolutely.
He ain't gonna do it. Like I said.
You learn from that little small mistake, and you just move forward. If you keep
so he
moving
taking
forward,
ownership.
it's the old saying. I was driving years ago, but when I let that man named Jesus start driving, I sat in the back seat. Things got to straighten it out. You didn't have to worry about running into no tree, no rocks or nothing, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I take this as a blessing, And it's a blessing to be here with y'all.
It's a blessing to have you. it's a learning experience even for owners, right? Because sometimes owners don't value the people that they have, and they lose great, people that's more than just an employee. If hypothetically ownership
agenda.
was given to you on a percentage, do you think that you would have stayed?
There's a possibility. What kind of percentage we talking about? And
it was a possibility that he would have stayed if he would have got a percentage. He said it depends on what. See, he never got a chance to have that conversation. You could tell.
But hey, like I say, no backstepping now. I gotta keep.
I called it.
Put my shoes on one at a time.
You should do a close up on the shoes.
Hey, wait a minute, man.
No, you did
man, y'all trying to get my shoes, man. You doing one at a time, man. Hey, look here. Hey, but anyway, yeah. And you keep looking forward. Don't never look back.
Well, recently we saw
That's one thing I gotta give Harlem. Harlem always in the fashion. And that's why I kind of I liked Harlem as well. They was always in a, like they gonna be into something. You know what I'm saying? Like clothing, shoes, hats, stuff like that. So they point at, that's why I say look at the shoes. So they looking at the shoes as well. Them shoes fire. The shoes that Unc got on fire. He clean.
They moved with the word tenderism. That's right. So explain that, because apparently there was another brother that trademarked the word tenderism, and then he gave it to you?
Yes, the man name is Kevin Harris.
Okay, Kevin Harris he was their attorney.
And so I met with him, and he said, "I'm gonna give you the word. You can have it. File, do the paperwork." It was my word originally, though. See, and 24 of probably the 10th month, 24, I filed. Yeah.
See, he registered.
Something happened with the tenant. It wasn't me. And then I guess whatever happened. Yeah. I think data will show that, though. So people holler around, they tending. No, you ain't. You already know where tendernism come from.
Okay, yeah, now listen to what he just said. So I also said that earlier. Remember when I said that Mr. Walter actually registered? So when he said he filed, he registered tendernism in 2024. Okay? But see, that's when Nick didn't account for. Nick was thinking, all right, now I could go get it because he ain't got the money, or he probably don't got the means. No, he had the money. Let me take that back. He had the money to go further with the trademark, especially if you register in it, but he didn't all the way know what to do in order for it to go all the way through. Because registering it is one thing, but actually, trademarking it is another. You know what I'm saying? And Nick knew what to do because of his attorney, but luckily that attorney stepped up for Mr. Walt. Shout out to that attorney one more time.
Slow and easy.
So you had previously filed for it?
Yes.
See, like that's part of the story. The way that the story was painted was almost like the former owners or the owners of the restaurant tried to trademark it, and then they held it. But this is somebody completely separate from the situation.
That watch right there.
Okay, I got you. So the legality part is something that you already, is that something you knew from your experience being in the space, saying like, hey, this is a word that I've created, I've got to have ownership on it, with the, and this is important, the intent to use, because I think a lot of people miss that part. They just think, oh, let me just trademark it, but they don't understand how trademarks work. Are you intending to use it for media, merchandising?
Right. Oh, that's another thing. Another thing is what you're going to be utilizing it for. I tell people all the time, make sure you put merchandise on there, number one. Because people going to be trying to, sell your stuff, and all right, you can come back and add everything else later. You know what I'm saying? At least start with merchandise. At least. Oh, shit. I hit the wrong button. Fuck.
Bro, I know what the words mean because we had to go to school when I was coming up, but we didn't have no social media. Can't be so tendernism.
Wait, hold on, go back.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I said, no, I didn't know nothing about it, man. I'm gonna be straight up. Those countries, they work for a company, Fisher Company. There's engineers. They said, man, I'll be here every time I come back. Come to California. I said, it's good. I appreciate it. Tendernism. I knew
lines wrapped around the block, like you said, people coming from China and different parts of the world.
I can't say because I'm just me, so my personality it's impossible to change.
How easy is it for you to shoot a video? Like, is it?
Hold on, I think I'm skipping it.
Take a rocket science for a minute, you know what I mean? Then it came together. I said, oh, I got them too. Yeah. And so once you get to blending all this stuff together, you got
right. So, all right, when you came up with the word,
okay, here we go.
Tendernism, Black Diamond.
All right, let me start right there.
That's
My
right.
bad,
You
y'all.
don't need
I
no
hit
teeth
that.
for the
I
meat.
hit right here instead of hitting the play button, and I never got a chance to see the timestamp.
Explain what that means and how did
Let
you,
me start
how did you
right
come
here.
up with that?
Okay, I was cooking some oxtail. So the oxtail come off. I hit it on the plate.
Well,
So
we
I
know
was
that.
thinking,
Wait a minute,
hey,
my
boy,
fault.
look how I like to tenderize their whole house. And
Hold on.
the viral,
Okay, let me come up.
It was engineered. Oh man, it went crazy from there.
Are you, as this is happening, are you realizing people are coming to taste what you've created? But they're also coming to see the.
Yeah, we know about
saying
that.
like, let's make another video because after the first one goes crazy.
Okay, we
right?
know about that. Hold
I
on.
look at it like this: any person that come to see her, yes sir,
Right.
that's what they say it was.
Okay, so we
like I
further
used
up.
the equipment and a few pieces of wood, like them.
Okay, we can come
Fords.
up.
It's
My
old
fault, y'all.
saying. I was driving years ago.
We got that.
That's slow and easy.
So you had previously filed for it.
Yes, sir.
There we go.
See, like that's part of the story.
Okay, here we go. So 2104. All right, here we go.
So the way
Damn,
the
my
story
bad,
was
y'all.
painted was almost like the former owners or the owners of the restaurant tried to trademark it, and then they held it. But this is somebody completely separate from the situation that had.
That's correct.
Okay, I got you. So the legality part is something that you already. Is that something you knew from your experience being in the space, saying like, hey, this is a word that I've created. I've got to have ownership on it with the, and this is important, the intent to use. Because I think a lot of people miss that part. They just think, oh, let me just trademark it.
I might have just hit the button right here instead of
But they
using
don't
my
understand
mouse.
how trademarks work. Are you intending it to use it for media, merchandising, anything? You had it with the intent to use for just a bunch of categories?
I had an intent to use for meat, anything I cook. I don't care. It could have been some cake.
see-
I was gonna tenderize the cake.
All right, so
You know
he
what I mean?
basically didn't know the business side of that. That's fine. That's fine. It's good to know it. It's good to know the business side. I had to teach myself too. Damn. That's unfortunate. And Nick tried to, man, that's some bullshit though. Nick tried to play him, bruh. Nick tried to play him.
But the
I don't
whole
like
point
that.
of it
And
was,
they gonna call him
you
your friend.
invent something, and then people will steal it. As
Yeah,
everyone
people
knows.
gonna steal it when they know you don't know your business.
So when did he reach out to you, or how did
Hell no.
that happen? How did that connection happen? Where he says, "Look, I'm assuming the reason why he did it is because he saw it going viral, and he wanted to just protect it. Is that why he did it?
I don't know. His understanding, my understanding from him was he was making sure didn't nobody else do it. So therefore, we'll have it. Then one day we'll meet, and he'll be able to give it to me. That was what he told me. So
He reached out to you.
he reached out to a team member. I got a team, and yeah, we met. He did what he said he gonna do, and that's cool.
Honorable.
Yeah, cause hey.
Okay. Now, hear me out. Now I just heard something. He said that the Now listen. Hold on. Hear me out on this. No, hear me out on my take on this real quick. He said that the lawyer that reached out to him, okay? He talking about the lawyer, the one that reached out to him. Peep game reached out to his team member. Okay? Now, looking back on the history of this whole situation, Mr. Walter didn't have a team. Who's the team now? Well, Mr. Walter being very vulnerable, not knowing certain business things, this team member could be the person to say, hey, let me get the lawyer. He could be a whole nother Nick and we don't even know it. Let's get tendernism. Here, I'm going to give it to you, but he got something on the back end. Okay. He filed back months ago. He just got the name. Yeah, but he gave him tendernism trademark, right? That's what he's saying. But does he know that for sure? Does he know that for sure? Now I have another concern because I have another concern. Because again, I don't know who that person is, but this is just me critically thinking. When he said that the person reached out to his team member, I was on high alert. He said, nah, he reached out to my team member. You're not gonna, okay. If it was his partner, it was his partner. If it was just an assistant, it was his assistant. If it was his blah, 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 blah. He said team member. Because he has a team now. So who hired the lawyer? How do we know that's not the team member's lawyer? Unc doesn't know how to fill out an application for a trademark. I believe Unc doesn't know a lot of different things when it comes to business. So that makes him vulnerable. And again, Unc is out there right now going, he's starting up his campaign for going platform to platform to make himself a brand. And he's like he said, he came out his mouth and said he's going to be doing brand deals. Okay, which is fine. But I'm just making sure, I'm just stating, not making sure, I'm just stating I have a concern. Because there is some questions, with that. There's still some questions with that. Because if he could be taken advantage one time, he could be taken advantage again. Especially with him not knowing the more important side that he needs to, know, which is the business. The business part is very critical. The trademark paperwork is simple. Yeah. And look, again, I'm going to tell you right now, even let's just say, for example, that he did get the trademark. We're going off of his word now. We don't know that for sure. I don't think he knows that for sure, but maybe he does. I don't know. But let's just say that he has that trademark, right? What next? Because it could be a percentage. It could be a percentage. It's like somebody taking a percentage of your royalties or somebody taking a percentage of your publishing. There's going to be percentages involved. He's paying other people. Yes, he has a team, but are they taking advantage of the fact that he don't know the percentage route? He don't know how, things supposed to get done monthly or bi-weekly or, seasonal. Like certain things need to be, established. He got to have multiple different companies inside of a company in order to get paid from what he's doing. It got to be more than just the trademark. Like, for example, McDonald's got the letter M trademarked, that saying that it's going to be put on all their products, but they selling products with their trademark on it. Okay. And my thing is that, okay, now we know that he getting brand deals. That means he's going to be selling things with his trademark on it. Where's the percentages on the business part? Did that part get taken care of? Where he's getting a certain amount of equity inside of these businesses that are being created, where he's seeing residuals come back, where he's seeing a bounce back, and that's going towards his trust, and then, he's up in age. Does he have it set up, where it's going to his family or where it's going to his loved ones, wherever he wanted to go? Is he being built to set up to have a legacy? Is he being built to set up to have wealth? If they actually somebody go up in there with his best interest and treat him right, where he actually getting more than just 10%? Because he could be taken advantage of, and that's not fair. Dane, get an interview with the attorney. That'll be interesting. We don't know that, but he was getting zero with Nick. Yeah, for sure. But at the same time, Nick was giving him something. He wasn't getting zero as far as money is concerned. Okay? See, all Nick had to do was put money in his pocket. You know what I'm saying? That's why even the owner of that, or whoever that was at that car dealership, was like, show him the money. Show him the money. See, people be making fun of our people because all our people do, there we go. Our people don't know what to do with the money, so they show people the money. Why? What's the point? You about to spend it. Why are you showing them that you got stacks of money? You showing them that you got money by building up generational wealth, not showing that you got the physical dollar bills that mean nothing. That ain't nothing but a piece of paper. If you're going to deal with just pieces of paper, then you make sure that you get the most important piece of paper written out, contract-wise. You getting ownership, you getting equity. That's what this is about. I got a whole book out on this, telling people the blueprint. This is for real. This is not a game. It prevents this type of stuff from happening where you own everything. That's what this is about. Yeah, I'm not even trying to plug my book in right now, but yes, go get it. Because I'm not playing. That's what this is about. I'm tired of our people getting taken advantage of and nobody showing people the gameplay. Like, what's going on? Dang, okay, explain that further than you already am. And I am, I'm telling you. To build generational wealth is to have a blueprint, have a game plan, and protecting your assets and protecting what you build and protecting what you own. It's called The Quiet Blueprint of Wealth on Amazon or anywhere else books are sold. Go get it. If you haven't, it's a masterclass. But it's telling you what to do. And I want people to see that because that's not being talked about online. No matter what video you pull up, they're not going to tell you what to do. They only going to tell you bits and pieces of information. And that's not what my book is. That my book is an instructional guide telling you how to get it done. And telling you the ways that you could get it done. Because it's more than one way to get it done. There's more than one way. And I'm talking about you got to study that because it's not hard. Anybody could do it and you don't got to be a multimillionaire to do it. Like, for example, that book would be perfect for Mr. Walt. If he was a book reader, you know what I'm saying? And he was dip and dive into that and be interested in that and learning the business side, or at least one of his family members that are close to him that he know that he could trust. Masterclass in the book. Yeah, it's a masterclass in the book. So, I mean, okay. That's what I'm concerned about. As far as his side now. Okay, this is a brand new side now. This is without Nick. Is it better? I don't know. We don't know. We only assuming. So hopefully they treated him right. Because he's vulnerable right now.
I don't be want to go up against nobody, man. But I will if I have to.
Well, I mean, this has been a pretty whirlwind of the past 6 to 12 months for you. Having to build a team.
Please get an interview with the attorney to get the correct answers. The answers to what? Do you think an attorney is going to explain the contract outright in detail to me even if I interview them? No. Of course, the attorney or any other person that's in representation of the company is going to come out and speak great about it. No, we got good faith in them. They're not going to go into details. We don't know the ins and the outs. That's for only us to assume. They're not going to tell us the ins and the outs or what percentages he getting. It's not like he's playing for NBA team or some type of sports team. And they giving out the details, make it $41 million in 3 years, and contractually is broken down in incentives. Well, he could have or make incentives if he sell this amount or blah, 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 blah. We don't know his, contract details. We just assuming. I'm just hoping, and I'm concerned about this, which is a real concern, that he didn't get taken advantage of again with somebody else. Like, he's saying that that's his team. But he also said that Nick was his team. He also said that Nick was his friend. You see what I'm saying? That's logical thinking, critically thinking.
Having to have a publicist is doing all these things I mean, how did you see this in the future where you were headed? Obviously, being the pit master and food is the passion. The business side is something that most people don't learn until they're in the space. How did you go about navigating that?
Well, it was kind of like, Dr. Joe reached out to me. And I went to see a guy named Mr. Ronald Isley. And boy, look at him. Ever since he got that star on that avenue, he put a star on me. And I'm a ride with it, you know what I mean? Yes, sir, I'm a man, look at here. I'm gonna shout it out. That's what I'm talking about.
I wanted to go to the Ron Isley piece. I mean, just about how that's connected. I know you worked some events for him. How did that connection even come about?
Like I said, it was a guy, Dr. Joe White, and he helped me out. He hooked it up. I seen Ron, his wife. Hey, they cool in the game, you know what I mean?
Listen, I understand, but again, it's bigger than just the trademark. I'm not saying that they didn't, even if they, okay. I'm saying that even if they did give him the trademark, there's still some concern because you got to think about splits. You got to think about percentages. You got to think about business now. Again, he's being seen now. There are other people behind the scenes working with him that he has to pay. I'm just hoping that his business is still straight, that somebody has the best interest for him now, okay? Their best interest for him now. Otherwise, he still will be taken advantage of because he's still vulnerable, okay? Elder don't know the business like that, okay? So it will be somebody in there trying to tell him what's gonna happen. Oh, you gonna get paid like this, you gonna get paid like that. And I just hope whoever that is not taking advantage of him. Because now he has to build a brand. Now he has to have brand deals. Now he has to have a publicist. Now he has to have a manager. Now he has to have a business manager. Now he got to have an accountant. He got a lot of people in the pot. Okay?
So it's like, hey, we should have been together. You know what I mean? He do the singing and I do the tendernism. That's what we should have been doing. Matter of fact, can he cut me a record? The boss. Boy, that'll be sure enough lie there. Yeah, I might be able to cut a rug. That's the kind of stuff I like doing, you understand? Yeah, but that's how that came about. And since then, I had some brand offers. Like
Yes, and his royalties, his residuals, that's the most important thing. That's why I said his percentages. Okay? What is the percentages? How much is he going to be getting paid? Is he going to be getting paid monthly, bi-weekly? Seasonally? How is he being? I'm just saying, how is it structured? These are the questions that attorneys are not going to answer. To go back to somebody else's question or statement rather, attorneys are not going to, yes, they have the answers, but they're working for them. They're not going to state the business out loud. Okay? The only way it's going to come out is if he say something.
You got to go to Atlanta when I leave here. I got some pop-up I got to do. Then we go to Fresno.
Or somebody on his team say something.
Atlanta. And I think it's about next month sometime. Be in Houston. And then I'm going to see Mr. Lee. He got an event coming up down that way. So everything come together like two butt cheeks. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about.
So is your goal to have your own restaurant, or do you like just what you're doing now as far as pop-ups and catering events and brand deals? Like, what's your vision?
Hey, look here. I want to do a lot of celebrities. I want to do a lot of senior citizens, and people that don't, have much. I want to give them something too, because this meat ain't cheap. Mm-hmm. But then when everybody get a taste of it, they say, boy, look at here. Might have some little classes or something. Just put me on one of them podcasts or something. They let me get down early in the morning. Y'all have to watch it kind of late, because that's like 4 o'clock in the morning when you got to get up. And people don't want to get up like that. And I ain't getting no younger, and these hairs ain't getting no darker. Matter of fact, they getting grayer. You know what I mean? So, my wife don't like me to be gone all day. So I got to.
Yeah.
Oh, he's married.
How often do you get to stay in the kitchen or in the pit as much as you'd like to? Obviously, doing a lot of traveling, you know, you're not being able to prepare the food at the same rate that you used to. How do you balance that? Do you miss it a little bit?
Yeah, I miss cooking. You're gonna always miss something you love.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you gotta move on too. Now I can train a person how to do that if they got some time. It ain't gonna come out tendernism. They'll know where it came from. You understand? It just take a little time. You gotta have love though. You got that. You can't rush.
First ingredient is love.
The first ingredient is love.
I love it.
What have you learned from this whole situation as far as trademarks and ownership and marketing? Like what's some of the things
That's a good question
that you've learned?
I learned this right here. As we would say, I'm true to the game. Game came back true to me. I just try to do the best I can, man. Keep pushing forward.
Oh,
so
they
and
cut
the thing
that.
about when you doing something and something happen, most people look at the bad. I look at the positive. This wouldn't have happened. It didn't happen. It happened for a reason. So what was the reason why it happened? Like seasoning. You don't season fish with some beef seasoning. You gotta have beef seasoning for beef seasoning, fish seasoning for fish. So it must have been my time. And look, I got all the way to Harlem from a little city called Hemet. Can y'all tell me what Hemet is?
I cannot.
Me neither. Yeah. I ain't know about no Hemet. You know what I mean? So, hey, I take my blessings all the time. And thank you again. Yes, sir.
We talked about Ron Isley, obviously Keith Lee, Desi Banks, which was an incredible video that went viral.
Okay.
Is there somebody that's reached out that was surprised you or that you were taken aback by that showed you support that was like, wow?
I'll tell you, really who are Ronald Isley.
That was the one.
Hey, man, look, to be around the gentleman, say, now this all right here. I cut a many a steps from the Ronald and his brothers. So, man, look here, that's beautiful. Then I just left Miss Shepherd Shelton.
Mm-hmm.
That's even more lovelier. You know what I mean? And it got me way down here in Harlem. And that's beautiful, too. Yeah, so, hey, and I got to get on the plane and go to Atlanta. Yeah, I see a guy out there now. Shout out to Steve Barbecue. Fed, we coming. Boy, we finna set it off. Yeah, I just want to say that, man. Anyway. Yes, sir.
Talk about, like, so many times people don't understand, like, overnight success. They use the word overnight success.
Mm-hmm.
So it literally took you 50 years, right? 50 years of traveling to every state in the country and working at every type of restaurant to hit your moment where now you're becoming an online sensation and that fame. So I think that's a lesson in itself. Like, talk about, like, you just having the patience and just staying the course and just doing the work every single day for 50 years to get to a point now where people are really respecting you and having such high reverence for you.
Now that's the beautiful, that's the end game. You know, like in chess, you got an opening game, you got a middle game, then you got the end game. I'm at the end game. So it's lovely, And I think I'm up just a tad bit because I got 2 pawns. So hey, if I can get this other pawn down there, I might have something. That's how I look at it, checkmate, you know.
You talked about the end game. When I hear Mr. Tenderism, I think something much bigger. I think merchandising, I think product, because the one thing in business that you learn early is that if you don't replicate yourself, how can you scale, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's only so many interviews you can go to. There's only so many people you can cook for. Is that something that's on the vision board now as you're looking at the success that you've had? Is it, hey, There's a cookbook, or can we not? Where are we at? What's on the vision board?
Cookbook, that's a good idea.
They told me a loose lip will sink a ship. So I try to keep everything on. It's not that I'm gonna be quiet about it, because one day you might just see me in all the stores across the United States, boy, over there in the other country.
So he gonna sell some
them
seasonings?
brand deals, I ain't talking about no love brand deal. I'm talking about that in-game brand deal.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
good.
So
Now,
that's
that's
where I'm
good.
at with that. You know, I don't want to
That's very
discuss
good.
things that, I mean, there it is. But
Yeah.
hey, if you take that word life and you take the L and E off of it,
Oh, that's
you'll have
very good to hear.
if you
I'm
wake
not
up
gonna
in the
lie.
morning,
That's
so you
very
can't
good
say
to
what's
hear.
gonna happen because we don't know. So I take this day, it's a blessing. Now, I ain't gonna say I ain't looking forward to them days, because the game ain't over yet. That's right. Yeah, they say the game.
Now, if that's the case, if he got some seasonings coming, he about to be in stores, you know, wherever he gonna be at, I'm gonna make sure I get it. It don't matter. Wherever they say, if it's coming from a website, I'm gonna get it. So he got the trademark on that. So he is doing merchandise. It's gonna be product. So he already involved in that. I just hope his percentages are good. I just hope his percentages are good. I just hope his residuals are great. You know, that's all I could think. That's all I could think about.
And be sold, not told.
That's a fact. Well, I definitely think, for my 2 cents, I mean, the podcast would be great. Like, you have a great personality, and like you said, just from a culinary standpoint, but just motivation and daily affirmation and stuff like that. Like,
Man, come on with it, man. Now you know you gotta be motivated, man.
that's a fact.
You gotta be motivated and dedicated.
100%.
Yep, and I'm gonna stay motivated and dedicated.
100%.
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep it real too. 110%. I'm gonna keep it real. There ain't gonna be no playing with this now.
Yeah, and then also the brand deals is great, but like he said, I think you definitely could have your own line of,
You know, he about to
Lorry's
have
for
his own line.
seasonings and barbecue sauce and different things of that nature. Where
Yeah, Mr. Tendernism.
See the Mr. Tenderism apron.
Boy, yeah, you know one thing,
Y'all still
man.
saying it wrong.
I ain't gonna
Y'all,
even
it's
tell you nothing, man.
Tendernism.
Hey, you
Both
been
of
my
them brothers
bags or
saying it
something, man?
wrong.
What's going on? I had a gift, you know what I mean?
Oh man.
And it got Mr. Tendernism on it.
okay,
But I ain't gonna tell y'all where I got the gift from. Y'all won't know lie. But yeah, hey man, I'd like to see that though. Some seasonings, some barbecue sauces, you know, baseball caps, you know, even though I wear Kango, why not have a Mr. Tendernism Kango?
Why not?
Huh?
Why not? Why not?
why not? And the cooking classes is a good idea too, because there's a lot of people, younger people, it's a disconnect between generations.
Yeah.
So they don't understand that Southern barbecue tradition. They just getting fast food now. So
They will. Oh, look, I got something planned, man. Y'all wait a minute, man. Y'all ain't got me bugged up and that. Y'all got, you know, a whole lot of stuff I didn't know nothing about, but how y'all know about it?
Just thinking from a business.
just thinking from entrepreneur myself.
Go. No, yeah, but anyway, yeah, that'll be beautiful. See, because I got kids and I got grandkids, and they might have kid. You know, I'm talking about some grandkids, but I got kids. When I say grandkids, it's some more kids. It's some more kids. I like all
You
of
got
them,
a big
know.
family?
One day to see, I know him. That's my grandpa, 10 years. Yeah, see, that kind of stuff. Let the whole world know me.
They're saying that now. Now this is something that I need to know. Been married 14 years. I can make a few meals, right? You've been married a lot longer than I have.
You said they jumping on you, Dane, for saying Unc, but they can't say Tendernism correctly. Yeah, like Unc bad. I think the reason why some of them think Unc bad is because of what this generation said now, where they labeling different generations, the Gen Zs, the Uncs, the blah, 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 blah. I think that's where they getting that from. But now we've been saying Unc for years before that even came about. We've been saying Unc, OG, old school. Well, I mean, not maybe old school, man. We probably say old school once or twice, depending on the car. Matter of fact, we saying that on the car. We got the old school, but OG, Unc, we say that all the time where I'm from. Like, that's regular talk. That's not disrespect. Yeah, and then we slap an elder on people that we, respect. That's why I say elder is being used wrong. Because the way I feel is elder need to be used not because of the not only because of the person's age, but it's based off of if that elder's respecting you enough for you to respect that elder. You understand what I'm saying? That just can't be put on just anybody. You know, just because of their age. That got to be on a person that respect themselves for who they are and respect others with that same amount. You got to be on equal ground. Not everybody get that. You know, because some people be up in age and still, you know, disrespectful, flying at their mouth left or right, don't even know how to speak or greet the, you know, people that they talking to, you know, and they talk a whole bunch of shit, you know, and then they, you know, they got the nerve to feel as though, you know, just because they older, they got the right to talk like that. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. You got to show people the same amount of respect as you want others to show you or treat you. That's where the elder part come in there.
Who cooks in the house?
Man, look, let me tell you something right now. If my baby don't feel like cooking, then I'm gonna have to throw down like that rat cheese packing. But boy, my baby throw down cooking, you understand? I might have to go through a few Bloomingdales and things and all them kind of places, but hey, you know, get hungry, it's time to eat. So hey, she can get down too, though. That's the good part about it.
2 chefs.
Yeah, boy, I ain't got to be doing a whole lot. You handle that part, I handle this part. Hey, we get together at the table, I be trying to eat up everything, her part and my part.
Most important ingredient is love.
That's it, man. That's it, man. That is, boy, I'm telling you. And that's one thing. If I could teach some of these kids out here in the world, not just the world, if they learn this trade, this cooking thing, they'd be some of the happiest people in the world. Because you can't think about all that crazy stuff.
Right, because it'll go into your food.
You see, you don't burn something up. The kitchen might be one of them. So you got to stay focused.
I agree with that.
Stay focused. They come to my class, I'm going to get them. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna make them candy balls, all kind of. See, there's a lot of stuff y'all don't know what, man. Yeah, y'all know about Tendernism already.
Oh, you all around cook.
Man,
Everything.
I can't say what I was finna say. My wife sitting over there, pig, pussy, pork, boy. You know what I'm talking about.
That's that old school talk. They New Yorkers, they don't know what you talking about.
So that, I mean, you brought up a good point as far as the art of culinary, because it does teach you a lot of different things. It teaches you discipline.
Yes, it does.
Teaches you to follow authority, because somebody has to teach you. So you gotta listen to that. It teaches you patience. Like you bake it, like it's going to take a long time. So yeah, that's good for everybody to know. But like those disciplines, it's more than just tasting good. Like you're actually learning real life skills.
That's right. That's right. You got to know 'em. You know, you use a boning knife for boning to get the meat. You don't use a chef knife to bone. You got to be doing that a long time to use that chef knife for boning. So here's discipline come in. Like your fingers might have a little cut on it. You know what I mean? So how do you not cut your hand? Don't cut your finger off. See, you mess with slicers. So it's a dangerous field.
Shredders.
But it don't have to be dangerous. You just gotta pay attention to what you're doing, stay focused. And if you really wanna do it, then y'all probably need to try to come to Mr. Tendernism class. Tendernism, I say, come to his class. Gonna be open real soon, just don't have a date. Yeah, you be able to reach me all over the world. Yeah.
And so virtual, you got a virtual.
I like that. So basically he calling it a class, it's a master class. He coming to teach you how to cook, no matter what you got. If you want him to come out, that's one of his services. That's cool.
Okay. For people that can't come, tape it.
Man, look at him.
That's the day agree to get on camera.
Call that social media?
Yeah.
Yeah, then that's why I better be on a social media program.
Yeah.
Called Tendernism.
I can see it.
Yeah, I can teach you right. Hey, all thing you gotta do is make sure your parents send me a letter that because you messing with them knives at home. Yeah, so I want you cutting your hand.
Gotta have a disclaimer.
Gotta have it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I wonder, as you move around the country, right, I feel like the impact is felt, right? We've seen the viral sensation that has become what Mr. Tenderism is. Number one, are other chefs, pitmasters reaching out to you for advice? And the other part of that is that you know, imitation is the greatest form of flattery. So are you seeing people trying to pop up in a way that you went viral and trying to replicate?
I can talk about that for days. When people get the copycatting.
Yeah, man, see, they be showing me, my little grandkids be showing me, look here, Grandpa, they try to imitate you. So a guy walked in one day, he had a blue suit on, heck blue. So wow, the dude kind of look, he don't put white paper over his mustache. Now, but mind you, he came in there with his kids and wife. So, oh, you trying to do me, huh? Yeah. I said, okay, that's pretty cool. Then everybody say, man.
What's that comedian's name, y'all, that was going, he used to be a, I'm calling him a comedian because he was doing comedic stuff online. He was an ex-football player. I believe he played for the Chicago Bears. I forgot his name, but he was kind of heavy set. And he was the one known for the meme to rub his hands, you know, behind a tree. And I think he had on a yellow suit. But remember when he was also known for him feeling a certain way before he went to the barbershop? Then he went in the barbershop, he came out and said, ah ha ha, or something like that. Yeah, Spice Adams, that's his name, Spice Adams. But remember when Spice Adams did that character of somebody from the Midwest or anybody from down south that got on their Bluetooth and they stomping their feet as they laugh and they loud as hell when they on the phone or they little, remember when the old schools, when the the OGs, the unks, they got their Bluetooth in their ear? That conversation is similar to him. It's similar to him. And I wish they would collab. I ain't gonna lie. I wish they would collab. I think that would be a good collab with him and that character, with Spice Adams and that character. And y'all know what I'm talking about. My favorite one is when that fool pulled up in the car and he stuck his leg out sky to hell high and then put his foot down. That part was so funny, bruh. Drewski made a skit about that. I didn't see Drewski skit. I gotta look that up. I gotta see that. Wait, is that, do you know about that one? Y'all know about that one, moderators or admins? Because if y'all know about that one, if y'all could grab that, I want to see that. Let me pull that up. Let me see what Drewski did. And hopefully y'all can find it on his channel. You know about that? Send it to me. Hold on, let me go to Discord, bro. Let me open up Discord. DM that to me real quick, please. Let me play that. All right, hold on.
There's a whole lot of people out there imitate you. So you imitate, yeah, look. They show me all these clips, people doing all kinds of stuff. But then they showed me one guy just threw his glasses like that, called me Tendernism, man. And so I said, oh, okay, yeah. I mean, hey, it is what it is. I don't have no age. They want to do it. You know? But you know really well what I really like? Give me some cartoon characters, some kids about from 8 to 12. By the time they got 15, ooh, they be sharp as boy, I'm talking about razor sharp. Yeah, so I got something.
You think Uncle's gonna be all right? I hope so.
Hey, man.
I hope for the best for Uncle.
What kind of glasses are they? We should go.
Hey, check this out. Them is really, I can see, I told you I gotta keep it real. Reading glass. Hey.
There's another.
Man, look. Yeah, glasses is mine.
We just unsolved this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the throwing bed. That's the throwing bed.
Man, look.
Oh, they both throwing bed.
These are
Yo, Ray J could have learned something.
Ray J.
In my class, man. I'll do things out. That's it. Yeah.
That's it. So those are the real indestructible glasses.
They ain't.
You know Ray J?
Hey, I'm trying to find.
I know what he's talking about.
He needs those.
Ray J got them glasses too.
They still work.
The ones that be going all over the place.
Y'all contact Ray J.
Yeah.
Cause I sure need some Tendernism glasses. Yeah. I don't know why. Ooh, might have something there.
We got some.
Boy, that's what I'm talking. That makes this interesting, man. Now y'all talking my language, man.
I'm trying to call him right now.
Yeah,
I ain't called him in 3 years, but we gonna try to make it.
Yeah, man.
Let's see if we can make some magic happen.
Yeah, cause boy, look, can you imagine, man? They're saying Tendernism, wood frame.
I got a big idea.
What's that?
Well, you know that AI is a real thing. Meta has the glasses. We might know some people over there that maybe you need to talk to.
Man, wait a minute.
I don't know if I want the Meta glasses, y'all.
I mean,
hey man,
and we can watch you actually as you're making it because you have the glasses on.
Man, that's a good idea.
That's cool. Man, what y'all, when we going over there, I'm gonna have to, we gotta catch that brain. Boy, that's on.
That is a good idea.
I'm gonna make the call.
Yeah, cause I can walk a couple of blocks right now, man, and we can get on over there. Matter of fact, we can get there. All right, Van, here got a call. Yeah, I know y'all got them. It's just too big. That's New York. You ain't walk across New York.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Let's have this conversation as far as like, I've been wanting to have this conversation forever. As far as let's shake the internet up. You've been all over the map, every state. You cooked in every state. You tasted food in every state. What's the top 5 food cities in America?
The top 5 food cities in America.
Don't put New York in top 5.
You got Cajun down there in New Orleans. They got a twist that'll knock your feet off.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's cold blood. Kansas City got a sauce. You know, people don't understand it though, but they do. Mississippi got some of the best, boy, I can't even tell you, flavors. I don't know what it was. Might have been in the Delta. You ever been to Why Not, Mississippi?
No.
Okay, I was down by the
Delta, Mississippi.
You know, but anyway.
In the Delta.
Now, don't get me wrong, Chicago got some food. Yeah. And Texas.
The whole state.
Yeah.
Man, look here. I ain't to say the whole state, but you can go between, I'll say Houston, Dallas. Oh, they got some nice food out there.
So you got Mississippi, you got Louisiana, New Orleans, you got Chicago, you got Texas
and Kansas City.
What was the fifth one?
Well, you said Houston inside of there. You got one more.
I got another state.
Yeah.
You should have gone over there and check out Alabama.
So
Alabama good too.
I mean, hey man, they put it together like a swell piece of leather, boy. Look,
He said Chi-Town to
I'm
Kansas
talking
City.
about they be cooking. They make mashed potatoes taste good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ain't doing too much wrong with mashed potatoes, but they put a twist on the mashed potatoes. Boy, look here, you don't even know you ain't got no meat on your plate. Then that's pretty good.
That's solid.
Hey, that's all barbecue or that's all food? That's
No, I'm talking about food across the board.
food across the board.
Yeah.
Okay, so we ain't make the list.
So no New York.
Hey man,
no
look
New
here,
York.
New York got their own thing out here, man. But you was talking about
I
you
did
asked me
was
for
trying to put
5.
New
You would
York,
say
nah.
6 cent. You did what I was saying? I did the 5.
Yep.
I'm just telling y'all thing you gotta do is go there and check it out. Hey, look, you ain't gotta believe me.
Yeah.
What's the number one?
The number 1 state, Tendernism. Tendernism is the number 1 state. Let's get that's not correct. It's not no competition. It's just Tendernism. Number 1. That's it. So now, that's how that question gets answered.
Yeah.
Hey, cause
So barbecue is a specialty. Do you ever explore in other cuisines? I'm West Indian, so obviously I'm asking because when you said oxtails, I'm thinking that might be crazy. Jerk chicken, like or you just stick to the barbecue?
No,
You like
I
jerk
cook
chicken?
all kind of meals all the way around the board. Yeah, I make oxtail omelet. And I can make a pork chop omelet.
Oxtail omelet?
Yeah. Man, you ain't had one of them.
No.
See? Then you asked me about New York.
Well, can we go
See
all
that?
that?
Huh?
You got us?
Yeah, I got you. The only thing you got to do, man, get them oxtails, man. I'll make it happen. Your kids, y'all be oxtail omelets every
He
morning.
talking about soul food.
Boy, they put the bacon down.
See, the New Yorkers,
put the
man,
bacon
look,
down.
New Yorkers,
But that's
look.
that-
We know y'all mainly, you know what I'm saying? You definitely got some American Indians in New York. I'm not saying that. But we know it's the Caribbean Indians as well. Okay? And we know y'all throw down. He talking about American Indian cuisines here. He talking about food from here now. Okay? Talking about food from here now. Yeah, y'all may have some oxtails. We got them oxtails as well. Come
That
on
is a
now.
message that we will sponsor. Put the bacon down.
How does it feel to have social media like so many people love you. Like Unc, you become like, that word has been used to describe you from millions of people all over social media that never met you. Like anytime you post, it's so much support that you get. How does it feel? I'm sure when you walk the street, people ask you for pictures. Like, how does that feel?
Man, it feel pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. But I feel the same way. I'd have gave them a picture 20 years ago. You did what I'm saying? I'd have shook their hand. We could have had some fun then. You did, but you know, things happen. And hey, I don't mind being their uncle if they won't listen to me. Boy, you gotta stop that nonsense and let's get it on then. You know what I mean? You can imagine me having a restaurant and all them employees. Boy, that'd be lovely, huh?
Yeah.
All my nephews and nieces, everywhere, aunties, grandma. Boy, we all got a restaurant.
Yeah, I see it becoming a staple because people love you. They love the story. The food is important. That's why I think the Ron Isley piece was as important because, yes, it's cool to meet somebody that, you know, you grew up listening to.
Now, we got brothers and sisters in the Caribbean islands.
People to say,
they are closest
I've had
family.
For a private event. You also should have them for a private event to help business. I think that was part of the uproar was like, wait, how do we help?
We just got to make sure that we calling our home our home.
We saw a story and we didn't run from it. We said, how do we help?
The Caribbean Indians know they Indians.
About the outpouring support from the community?
We got to make sure home get that shit right.
Look at God.
Man, look at
this our motherland right here.
But you know, I got feelings too. So I say, wow, that's cool in the game. Wow, I can help a lot of people. And the cold part about it, my lady preach. I feed folks. So people do understand a little bit about the Bible. Jesus say, feed them first. Then I'm going to give them the word. Because if you on an empty stomach, you ain't listening to nobody. You won't listen to Jesus, you ain't listening to nobody. You try to get your stomach from your back. Yeah, and if you got some kind of like, and them two things go together. Him upstairs and food. That brings love. And at the end of that love, tendernism.
All right, my brother. Well, before we leave, I gotta ask you about this. Yeah, your style, right? Like, that's part of your marketing? Like, you got the suit, you got the glasses, you got the Oreo shoes on. Like, when you wake up in the morning, are you intentional about putting
that's how
the look out for the
Chicago
world to see?
players
Is that part of
are.
it?
Yeah, man, I've been putting this look out, man. I ain't gonna tell you how old I am. I've been putting this look out a long time.
Come on, man.
I mean, we grew up like this.
New Yorkers, y'all gotta understand something, bruh. You talking to a Midwest player. You gotta understand the players. Like, you gotta understand, bruh. They've been doing that for a little minute.
Yeah, man. They get shoes. Put a crease in your pants, boy. Yeah.
Come on now.
You going outside, boy? You'll go outside looking like. They now.
And look, and the car matching.
You know what I'm saying? And I just like the style now. You know, people don't. How you dressed up? Dressed up. No, I ain't clean right now, but I
want us to go back to that, man. I want to go back to that.
Yeah, that's just an everyday thing with me, man. I like shoes. I mean, them tennis shoes pretty good too at $15,000-$20,000 a pair. But I can't be wearing no tennis shoes all the time. That's just ain't my style. I can't get loose with the. You know, I ain't on a basketball court or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So hey, that's it. Now I dress like this all the time. I've been doing this for a minute. Let me see, a long minute. Yeah, a long. Yeah, Tweez was in, Tweez wasn't in, you know what I mean? We always had pinstripes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, double-breasted and things like that.
Yeah, poking out pocket squares.
Yeah, man.
I see you over there.
Man, look here, I just try to do the best I can, man. Cause I be like having fun all the time. Yeah.
And where'd you get the slang? Like, where'd you get the language from? That just comes that you grew up.
Where you get the language from?
All the years I've been living.
Come on, bro. What type of question? New Yorkers. What is that?
Same language.
New York, bro. Listen, I gotta come out of New York, bro. That's y'all fault. Y'all gotta come out of New York. What are you talking about? He said that's him all his life, bro. That's literally him all his life. New Yorkers, y'all gotta come out of New York. You gotta visit areas. Yeah, I know it's confusing y'all. You think he from the South. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. This is American history right here. He from here. He from here, bruh. Ain't no in between. He speaking the language our folk from, like our folk know about. You know what I'm talking about? What type of question is that? Come on, bruh. Where you get the language from? What? What are you talking about? Come on, man. You said it to me. All right, hold on. Let me download it. Talk about something where he get it from.
You in school too. You got the same language. See, people try to hide and fake it. I can't do that. I just talk the way I talk. I try to let people understand that some of the words might be cut a little short. You understand what I'm talking about, though?
Man, I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, they do. Hey, come on, man.
They don't know.
I am from the African American family. There's no doubt about it. So don't get it twisted. Yeah, sure. So let's tell it like it is. I just try to do the best. It don't make no difference what side of the block you came up on. Over here or over there. If we come together like two butt cheeks, boy, I can make it happen. That's what I'm talking about. That's all you gotta do.
He's talking like he from here, y'all. Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
You saying, yep, I love it. I love it.
Well, thank you, my brother. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure, man, for coming down here kicking with y'all, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Y'all got that dude, what you call his name was, Mater. You know, the guy, make these things right here.
Matter. Yeah. We're gonna make that call. I'm gonna make that call bigger.
Yeah, man. The number 955-222. You can touch tendernism at your woo. No.
All right. Hold up. I'm about to play this video real quick. Let me see. This is them old heads that's trying to keep up, stay hip. This is Drewski.
What the hell?
With the Bluetooth.
That's something. Well, you still got it, don't you, bud? Yeah, you still got it.
16 cash flow.
Playing the numbers.
Birthday 79.
Hold on, wait a minute, y'all. Where's Drewski from? Where's Drewski from? There's the only way you know this is if you from here. Right, the Q player. He not from here? GA?
82. You play, what game you play? Shit, in 80. Yeah. Yes, sir. Look, I ain't got to do all this shit. Yes, sir.
Come on now. Hey, Mr. C.
Hey. I got
First chapter.
Columbia, Maryland? Maryland? He from Maryland?
I'll talk to you now. We'll chat. All right.
Man, I'll tell you, go out of here, you make a left down.
Hello.
And then it's gonna go off to the right there.
Man.
Hey,
You're gonna see a sign say, tell you
yeah, but I'm still.
I bet another short way. I ain't go off about 2 miles down there, and then
Yeah, that was deep.
it's a little dirt.
Come on.
I'm talking about this whole time, everybody got a black and mild.
Save it under your name.
Hold on, bro. No, hold on, bro. This whole part is accurate. This part right here is super accurate. This is so accurate, bruh. Oh, man. This is hilarious right here. The way they put their cigarette or black and mild out, and they, Like, stop it, bruh. That is absolutely accurate.
Put it under, save it under your name.
How old are you?
How old am I? I'm a good time.
That boy a fool, bruh. Born in Columbia, South Carolina. Raised in Gwinnett, Georgia. Okay. He went to high school in Georgia though? Okay, yeah, nah. So he grew up definitely in Georgia. That's what's up though. I mean, yeah, he didn't seen some folk. I mean, depending on how he was raised, you know. He didn't seen some folk. But that part right there is super accurate. The putting out the cigarettes so they go ahead and walk back in there.
Put the thing out.
Bruh.
Put it under, save it.
Come on, bruh. That part was accurate. All right. So I hope, and I ain't gonna lie, I hope Brother Walt, Mr. Walt, I hope he gonna get treated fairly. I hope the situation turn out great for him. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be going live again later on this evening about something else though. I'm gonna go live and I'm gonna open up the panel because I got a couple questions I'm gonna ask the folk and I want them to come up and answer these questions because, man, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world and I want to hear what the people feeling. You know what I'm saying? I want to just we ain't got to go into no conspiracy theory route. We ain't got to go on, you know, those type of routes. I just want to hear, hold on, my fault. Let me switch screens. I'm sorry. I just want to hear from folk their take on, you know, what's going on right now. Like, what y'all, like, before we even go, what y'all think about that now? Meaning, like, you see the situation with Iran, for example, right? Now, did y'all see that Iran came out, the Iranians came out and admitted that they were not the first to react? I mean, they were not the first to attack. They were saying that Israel was the first to attack them. And they were also blaming Israelis for attacking other places and blaming it on Iran. Did y'all see that? Like videos of them coming out stating that. Okay, y'all did see that? So, you know, that, you know what that points to. And there's a few things that it's more than a few. It's a lot of things I've been pulling to the side here and there that I wanted to get into, and I want to open up the panel. So I think I want to start that live stream at like, is today Friday or Saturday? It's definitely going to be not late. Like, it's going to be not late like how it is right now. We're going to be early. When I say early, I mean like evening time. Iran was in peace talks. Right. They were, see, that's another thing. They came out and said that, and what I was pointing out in my video was the fact that they went against international law. Now, who's going to hold them accountable? It's Friday the 13th. Oh, it's getting spooky, ain't it? So that's perfect. That's perfect. Since today, Friday the 13th, I'll make sure I do a spooky ass thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? And we talk about this situation right here. And I'll open up the panel and everybody can come up. Israel has always done that since the operation. And yes, I agree. There's a few things like there. Okay. Number one, this, you know, Netanyahu was waiting close to 50 years for a president to step up and help him take over these other countries. Now, there's a few things that I want to pick up or point out that you might have missed. I want to definitely not give my spin on things, but give my take on things and show you how I'm looking at it, like visually, like what's the end goal. Okay, like of course we could talk about the in-betweens, but you know I don't want to say it's a possibility or this or that and the third. I don't want to say that. I just want to say what it looked like. Okay, where is Netanyahu? You know, a lot of people was reporting that he got killed. Okay, but I don't know. I don't know if that's true. A lot of people were saying that he got taken out. It was reports. It was reports coming out saying that he got taken out. So we'll see. I don't know if that's true or not. He probably hiding in Ukraine. I don't know. But they was getting hit. Israel was getting hit for sure. For sure. Israel was getting hit. They was not playing. And they can't say that they can't defend themselves. Now, a lot of people are going to say this is over oil. And I agree with you. Because Iran is one of the heavy hitters. They know what they after. They tried to wipe all of their leaders clean while they were all in one area at one time. That was a setup for sure. They were at one location all at the same time. And they tried to wipe all of them out. And the ones that was able to step up in their position, in their place. That ain't no friendly move right there. And didn't even warn the Pentagon. So you know who Trump was being controlled by. And then I even got the videos where Trump was trying to pass the blame. And I never seen that type of behavior from him. Hold on, look.
The situation was very quickly approaching the point of no return, and the United States found it intolerable, in my opinion, based on what Steve and Jared and Pete and others were telling me. Marco, so involved.
Based on what they was telling, he throwing his cabinet up under the bus.
Steve and Jared and Pete and others were telling me, Marco, so involved, that I thought that they were going to attack us. I thought they would, if we didn't do this at the time we did it, I think they had in mind to attack us.
I'm just saying, like, damn, Trump. You just threw your folk up under the bus. Why can't you just say, look, we thought they were going to attack us? Why you start naming people? Yeah, and they talking about something, yep, the gas prices are going up at the same time. Talking about something, he kept saying, no, it's not going to go up. Blah, 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 blah. Man, they skyrocketed that price. That was bullshit. And he naming people already in his cabinet too. It wasn't nobody else but folks in his cabinet. So anyway, but I want to talk about that later on this evening though. And I want to play different videos of certain things I want to point out, like what we just pointed out right there. So I'm gonna play this part again. I just want to show y'all, you know, different things. I'm just gonna be asking questions, and I want people to pop up on the panel and tell, you know, get their take on everything. Trump pledged to Judaism in 2017, if y'all didn't know. The vibes, I mean, I would love for you to come up on the panel. If you want to send me the video, if y'all got anything that y'all want me to play during the live stream later on this evening, send it to me in the 13%. Here's the link. Go to the 13%. So discord.gg/13%, the word percent. Definitely join the community server and send me the videos, the pictures, whatever you want. Or if you want to come back later, you get on the panel, you want to share something, you know what I'm saying? At that time, then share it. I'm gonna share everything I've been putting to the side. I'm already near where I could just state my questions verbatim, because a lot of things are questionable based off of what I saw. There's no secret that he's being used by Netanyahu. There's no secret. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But there's also an agenda. And I want y'all to see what I'm seeing, and then we all come to the conclusion of where it could be, okay? We can make our own conclusion with that, critical thinking wise, logically thinking wise. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Now, that's not saying, you know, we about to, you know, solve a mystery. It's not that. It's mainly let's look at the bigger deal. Let's look at the bigger picture. Yes, question everything. That's right. Yeah, a lot of stuff ain't real. A lot of stuff is real. If it is real. All right. Let me, I'm gonna see y'all this evening. It's gonna be early this evening. I just don't want to give a time because it could be any time, like in the evening time. But it's gonna be tonight though. I'm gonna see y'all this evening. Y'all gonna see it. I'm gonna have the thumbnail and everything together. It's gonna be popping up. And then yeah, get ready. I'm gonna have you on the panel. Y'all take care. Why though?
OCO free thinkers.
I make you think, yeah. I make you think, I make you think, yeah. I make you think, yeah. I made you think, yeah. I made you think, I make you think, yeah. I make you
He's
think.
here to make you think.
I make you think, yeah. I make you think, I make you think, yeah. I make you think, yeah. I made you think, yeah. I made you think, I make you think,
It's Dane Calloway.